Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing a Egyptian live stream,
Yes.
which came to thing because of you when we were doing let's say, my space stream. You said, "Oh yeah, let's do a Egyptian stream. Fuck it, why not?" So yeah, I'm just getting everything ready. Yes, I'm just getting everything ready. No, it doesn't show with the. Alright, go share the screen. Alright. First thing, topic wise. And then I'll just bring up the thing when you're ready to talk about the picture.
You want to be around probably be around that area.
Okay. Right, so the backstory behind doing this stream, like I kind of already said, Leland wanted to do a stream on ancient Egypt. I don't know much about ancient Egypt apart from
Ancient what?
Ancient Egypt. Apart from things I've seen via documentaries or what Leland has told me, or via movies. But I'm not gonna go shit by movies because it's Hollywood and yeah. He's just casually watching the fucking stream to make sure everything's fine.
It sounds a little crackly.
Oh well. Fucking oh well. It's a fucking Egyptian stream. You gotta say.
I do. I've been waiting to do this for like a month.
Yes, it was postponed for twice. I think we were going to do it on the 27th, which is his birthday. I think.
I see. There we go. There you go.
I can't remember if he postponed it because I was fucking tired or if that was the.
No.
That's on tonight. Don't care. I won't be fucking seeing it. But this is strictly ancient Egypt based. Not talking about
ancient,
that particular
ancient what?
Show. Ancient Egypt based.
Ancient Egypt.
I'm not talking about that show. That will be a live stream. Probably mid this year, talking about said show.
I wonder if I can share this on Instagram.
I don't know. Talking about said show, so won't be talking about that sort of shit. I think we postponed it. I don't know whether it's because I was tired on your birthday or if that was the space stream originally that postponed the first time because I was tired or whatever.
I think it was the space one that was postponed.
And it wasn't actually my idea to postpone twice. It was yours.
No, we postponed
this one anyway.
We postponed this once.
I thought it was twice.
No, we postponed it once and then we brought it forward once. Because originally this was supposed to be on
your birthday.
On my birthday, and then it was supposed to be tomorrow.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the backstory pretty much about this. Leland has a fascination with ancient Egypt. I'm pretty sure I said that right. Oh yes, we have the exact same fucking phone.
What's wrong with your face?
Leland has a fascination with Egypt. It started 12 years ago, was it? Or something?
2004, 2005.
Oh, so longer than
12 years.
Like I said, I pretty much know fuck all about ancient Egypt apart from things I've already seen, such as documentaries, which I've only watched 2 of because he made me for this live stream. And if he ends up saying something about ancient Egypt, and obviously I know via you, and like I said, via movies as well. But I'm not going to take movies as fact because who the fuck would? Where the fuck is my backy? I've lost my
It's on
backy.
the floor, you know.
Oh, yeah. Keep talking.
He's lost his backy.
There we go.
There you go.
Sorry. Yeah, so your fascination started back in 2004, 2005 time.
Oh, that I remember, yeah. I don't know. I'm just seeing if this works.
We'll get into the stream momentarily.
These streams never do fucking.
Never do well.
Not so much of that. It's just that they never kick off without without any issues or any testings and shit beforehand.
Yes. And surprisingly, we're somewhat on time, which never fucking happens.
Hey, yeah, it's worked. Nice.
Yeah, so like I said in the space stream, this stream was somewhat announced. I said I wouldn't be taking like being a main thing of the stream because, like I've already said, there's very little I know on this subject, topic, whatever.
I mean, there's one that you can definitely talk about.
Yeah, via my notes.
No, via the topics that we got.
What, this is the second one?
No, 1, 2, 3.
What, that one? I've only got 2 questions, by the way.
1, 2, 3, 4. The 6th one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, definitely.
Thing is, we need to work out a way of smooth transitions into a new topic. I was saying, so the next topic we're going to be talking about.
So yeah, that's when your fascination sort of started.
From what I remember, yeah. It all started when I went into college to meet up with the brother.
He wasn't in college at the time, just like FYI.
No, I was in primary school. And let me go back to the topic again. Next, I can actually see the shit.
There you go.
Yeah, that's much better. And he let me use one of the computers while he was doing, I think, some work or some shit. And back then, you don't really have much to search up, like specific things. So you just start searching up random shit.
Or just go on games.
Or go on game. And I searched.
Or LimeWire.
Or LimeWire. Not on a college computer. And I think I searched up like Kings of the World. Or fucking Rulers of the World or Kings or some shit. And King Tut showed up. I think it was either his sarcophagus or it was his death mask that showed up in like the Google image searches. I thought, that looks cool. And then I clicked on it and then I sort of like carried on clicking. Sort of like through the wormhole of
the internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And next thing I know, then I'm addicted to ancient Egypt and learning about it, getting books and getting, or watching documentaries and all that sort of shit. So that's pretty much how it started. And then I took a big hiatus then from all that sort of stuff for a good couple of years.
Until you brought it back with your, like, doing your courses online and shit. Your fucking COE.
I did not really bring it back then because I was only this past year. I was going to say this year. I realized over the first now.
Yeah, but since you like majorly wanted to like do something about your interests.
Yeah, but the only difference is with when you think, you're doing a course and that sort of thing. It's like, you're going to be an Egyptologist or fucking whatever. That's a lot of fucking hard work.
Well, yeah.
A lot of hard work. You need to Well, for starters, you need a PhD. So it's not just like your box standard. Learn about history and stuff. You have to do, like,
I know
science.
this, so I can be a fucking
You can't just say I am an Egyptologist just because I know a few things.
yeah.
That's why I always say that I'm a
A
wannabe. Because I do know my shit. It's just that I haven't got the actual qualifications and all that sort of stuff to actually, be professional.
So if you could get the qualifications and shit, would you, or would you just consider it?
I was actually looking that up, like what you needed in order to be an Egyptologist, or as you like to say,
Egyptologist.
And you need you need to do obviously you need your PhD, which takes about I think 5 years, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
And then you need to sort of do the course, the Egyptology course,
Yeah.
which could take a further 3 or 4 years. And then there's something else then that you need. I think it's you need to learn history as well, rather than specializing in Egyptology. You need to learn the history, which could take another 3 years. So in order to just become an Egyptologist, you need to be sort of learning that sort of shit for 10 years.
Yeah. So sort of the whole fucking if you want to be an astronaut, you don't have you can't just learn about fucking space. You have to learn about fucking
Physics,
maths and physics and all that sort of shit.
And would chemistry technically be one? Because there's got to be some form of chemistry stuff that you need to learn.
So yeah, it's not just the basic. Oh yeah, I want to be Egyptologist. I just learn my fucking stuff and then, bada boom, we're this guy in the room. How you doing?
Fuck, I haven't heard that in years. Bada bing, bada boom, we're this guy in the room. How you doing?
I wouldn't exactly say I have a fascination, but I think my
fascination.
I wouldn't say interest as such, but my basic knowledge on ancient Egypt and sort of all that kind of stuff just comes from movies, like The Mummy and Scorpion King and Mummy Returns, and
the thing is, there's so much.
Those are the only technically 3 movies that I've seen that are somewhat based on this subject, let's say. I haven't seen Gods of the fucking Pyramids or Gods of Egypt or whatever the fuck it's called.
Gods of Egypt.
I haven't seen.
I'm pretty sure that banned in Egypt as well. I think you can't actually watch it there because it's so incorrect.
Yeah, they're having fucking white people or black people or something play like a god or something or whatever.
Yeah.
Talking about gods,
it's a touchy subject.
Talking about gods and shit. One of the documentaries that I watched. Well, there'll be.
Do you want to read your notes and shit?
Technically, I watched.
Or do you want to talk about it and based on your notes and make something out of it?
Yeah. Well, technically, I watched because I think you were just on your phone.
Yeah, I was just.
One of the documentaries we watched was about Imhotep.
Imhotep.
Which majority of people, if they don't know ancient Egypt sort of stuff, then they'll obviously know it by the movie, like The Mummy, and because I don't know why.
Have you not seen Bram Stoker's The Mummy?
No. Even I'm pretty sure in this documentary, he even said, "Oh yeah, you probably don't know Imhotep, the real person, but you definitely know Imhotep through the fucking movies."
Yeah, the media and all
that the media. Shit. So
Hollywood as finest.
Yeah. I got half a page of notes.
Funny enough, that was actually one of the things that I wrote down in one of my course. For one of the answers for my course, I think it was one. It was one of the modules when I was doing the exam type thing.
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, who is Imhotep? And obviously you had to.
Well, some people know him as a bold freak that has supernatural powers.
I put down obviously I answered the question on who he was, but I also put on that as well. I was like, oh yeah, despite the fact that many people knows Imhotep to be to be this power hungry dude from the 1999 hit movie The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz.
Just get more fucking words.
Yeah.
Even though it's got fuck all to do about the actual question, you're like spouting shit to get more words so you get fucking.
I was so disappointed because there was a couple of fucking ones. I could have had 100% on a couple of the fucking, let's say, exams.
Yeah.
But it's like, it was always a multiple choice question I go wrong. And I'm like, fuck, like, I knew that. Why the fuck did I choose this fucking answer when it was that answer?
Thing is, was it multiple choice? Or was it literally
for the ones,
if you...
Well, for the ones I got wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a multiple. There was like 4 choices.
Then how the fuck did you get it wrong?
I have no idea.
I don't understand if it was like...
A lot of the times I did
if you like fucked up and you couldn't go back.
A lot of the times I did it at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's kind of your fault.
So I was kind of tired. I think the lowest I had was like a 97, 96%. Which is still a pass. Like, I think it's like an 85 upwards, you can still have a distinction.
Yeah.
And then I think you have to get higher than like a 75 or 65 in order to pass.
Okay. Anyway, back to notes on the Imhotep documentary. I don't even know what it was actually called, so I can't.
Imhotep.
Was it?
I have no idea.
So I can't give like credit or anything to the documentary maker, but I'm pretty sure like the first documentary we watched was something to do with the BBC. I think that was just called Nefertiti.
On the BBC.
I think that was just called Nefertiti or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, like I said, people know Imhotep via like the media and the movies and all that sort of shit. But many people might not know that he was apparently the designer of the very first pyramid. Even though in one of my notes I put 60 meters tall, 120 meters, I'm guessing, wide for the original pyramid. And it was kind of like the first pyramids, or one of the first pyramids was the same like sort of structure, but slightly changed. So it's not like exactly what a pyramid actually looks like now, let's say, even though it's still like the triangular shape, or like the I guess a pyramid shape. It's more like
it's not an isosceles.
See if I can. I don't know how the fuck do that. So that's how it look. You kind of used to look. It's my crappy drawing, but
I mean, it looks like a middle finger, but okay.
Yeah, but you can still sort of see like, yeah, it wasn't like more. That is more.
It was a step pyramid.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently that was fucking like 5,000 years ago. And he was the kind of like the, well, according to the documentary, he was the world's original, the world's original genius. Is apparently considered like Egypt's Jesus, like the son of God type thing. I put the Egypt's Jesus, and they actually said the son of God. So
the Egyptian Jesus.
Yeah. Apparently, his tomb hasn't even been found yet. I can't remember if we actually said. Like after the documentary had ended, or if I said it like during or you said it. I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna find it, but they're gonna find it when they're not actually specifically looking for it. So like, say they're looking for like the tomb of fucking Nefertiti or something, and then they actually find the fucking tomb of Imhotep. And then same again with Nefertiti. They'll probably end up finding the tomb when they're not actually looking for the tomb. Apparently, after like the after 2,000 years after Imhotep died, I don't know. They didn't specify how he died, so
just because they don't know. How can they know if they haven't found his body?
Apparently, like 2,000 years after that he had died, pilgrims are still walking to like what they, I guess, knew where. Not really knew where he was buried, but I'm trying to think of how the fuck I can actually put this.
Take your time. There's no one watching at the moment.
Yeah, well, still. Kind of like they would walk to where he was supposedly like supposed to be. If that kind of
supposedly buried.
Yeah, supposedly buried. To still like go there and get better for like that illness and shit, because apparently he had performed like fucking like the first fucking brain tumor like operation type thing 500 years before the 2,000 years when they were like so I mean I'm half here, half eating. That's fine.
Why not be fully here and fully eaten? That could work.
Sadako 24. Those men will not rest until they've unskilled.
Are you seriously looking at that one? You could just look at that
one. Those men will not rest until they've uncovered that Nefertiti. Yeah, I mean it's exactly I'm guessing that's kind of how it will go. Like they'll end up finding Nefertiti when they're not actually trying to find Nefertiti. Like I said, kind of with.
And we'll speak more about that in the next part of the next documentary notes.
Yes, because like I said, one half of thing and another half of.
No one's going to see that.
Yeah, well,
you could just say you wrote it on one side of the paper and the other on the other side of the paper. Don't mind me. It looks like I got hair.
Yeah, I can't remember if they said the.
Oh, it's a shadow.
There
you go. That could be a highlight.
I can't remember if they in the documentary said if it was the 1700s or the 17th century, but apparently the hieroglyphics were found and translated, and it was apparently had mentions of Imhotep, so it's kind of like confirms what people like may have had like. Yeah, fucking Imhotep actually did exist. Possibly. Yeah, and that came with where the fuck? In 1920, there was a base of a statue found. I'm pretty sure also had hieroglyphics engraved into it, mentions of thing, or if that was part of the 1700s like find of the statue, or if it was like found then and then kind of lost and then they refound it on like another dig or something. I generally can't remember because this was written like a few days ago. Probably like a week ago or
No,
something.
it was on Boxing Day. It was the day before. The day before we originally was going to do the stream.
Yeah. And apparently the first pyramid was was the biggest building in the world.
And then they built another pyramid.
The thing is, how would they know that though? How would they know if back then?
They probably didn't know back then. It's just we know now. Because of the height. And you can sort of like not carbon dehydrate, or whatever the fuck it is. Where you learn how old a rock is.
He's about 50 or something. Rock.
No, I think
Dwayne Johnson.
55. Yeah, you don't. We can tell by as a rockologist.
Is that even such a fucking thing?
No,
or
it's
did you make it up?
a geologist.
Or is like
Specializes in rocks.
Bert from fucking Big Bang.
He likes rocks.
He likes rocks.
No, you can tell based on like the look, how the look of the rocks and all that sort of shit. You could roughly distinguish when it was used. In a way, so you can tell. You can date that back to a certain time, and then you can look at other monuments and all that sort of shit, and then you can date that to a certain time, and then you can tell which one's older, and then be like, oh yeah, the pyramid is older, so it's the biggest building in the fucking world at the time.
Yeah. But I mean, I did put another note down. I'll read that comment in a minute, Sadako.
Sadako? I thought it was Sudoku.
Basically saying that they were ahead of their time. But I also meant to put that on the first documentary that we watched. But meaning like the pyramid being like how it is.
Ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also coming back to the whole 2500 BC being like the first brain tumor. Well, the first brain tumor operation.
Fun fact. It's that time of the live stream. Fun facts with Leland, the wannabe Egyptologist. Egypt was actually the place of the first doctor. Nah, Sudoku. Nice. Yeah, Egypt was the place of the first doctor. And the first female doctor. I'm pretty sure Imhotep was actually the first one. And that was fun facts with Leland.
Right, let's read this fucking before I end up forgetting it. There's a video by 42. I've seen a few of his videos on space.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Space shit.
I'm seeing it on YouTube, right?
Mm-hmm. I saw about reincarnation. About a woman from the 1930s who had memories of a past life as an Egyptian.
Oh, yeah. If I'm correct, watch later. There you go.
Oh, right, okay. He's already got it under his fucking...
Oh, I haven't got it. It's one of the ones where it's like, why the curse of Tutankhamun might be real. Dear God.
And was able to identify artifacts and hieroglyphics. I mean, when it comes to the sort of past life type people,
I'm gonna add that one.
They're interesting. How they know specific facts about something that they may not know, but I don't believe in it. Let's say I don't know how it would be possible, but I mean, there's loads of things I don't fucking know. So, do you believe in the past life sort of shit?
No.
Okay.
I believe when you die, you die. There's just no shit.
Okay. there's one thing that I found not really interesting as such, but it was a little bit weird to me. I don't know whether it was because it was Egypt and like that sort of like thing. They're not considered exactly rich, let's say.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I'm not trying to say that. Oh yeah, they're fucking dirt poor, but like during the digs, you'd expect them to like wear gloves and shit in case they end up fucking like damaging shit with their hands.
They do.
They don't, according to the fucking one documentary. That's why I put not wearing gloves digs. When they like picking up something, they weren't wearing gloves.
Yeah, but you gotta think they don't. It's it's reenacted for documentaries.
Yeah, but even in documentaries, they should like
they do. They wear gloves.
Well, the documentary should be fucking sued them.
The documentary should be correct.
Exactly.
God damn it, they wear gloves.
Because I think it was when they were. I think it's when that dude like kind of climbed under the fucking thing and.
Yeah. I know.
There was one part in that when they weren't wearing gloves and they were picking out the fucking like thing that they obviously dug, and they were like passing it so it's not fucking so it wasn't still on the ground. And they weren't wearing gloves; they were picking it out with their fucking bare hands. So I just thought that was a bit fucking weird.
So you think they don't own, can't afford to own gloves?
Well, no, not exactly, but
is that what you're trying to say?
No, but maybe they do it different to how like fucking like people with the dinosaurs do it, and people who do other sort of shit with fucking digging up shit do it.
I think it depends really on what you're actually digging up.
Exactly, that's
like dinosaurs and shit. You know,
are a lot fucking older, and
it's not so much of that. It's more the fact of bacteria on the bones and stuff like that. Or the fossils, even.
Yeah.
If you're dealing with like mummies and stuff, yeah, you wear gloves, and you also wear face masks.
Oh, so they've been pretty much protected from
COVID.
Yeah, from COVID. They've been predicting it. I try and keep an open mind to the possibility, obviously talking about the past life type of thing, I think. But I understand people who have reason to be skeptical. Yeah, because
it's not been proven.
Yeah, it's not been proven, but it is slightly weird how they come out with facts that they just wouldn't fucking know and it ends up to be true.
Yeah, but imagine if someone said something
that
happened, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's 100% happened," but you and like professionals and all that don't know if that happened. You can't exactly say, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Yeah, but then like later on or something, if it's proven to be right, then how the fuck would that person know?
They probably would just forgot about that one. I seem to remember someone saying this happened.
Right, okay. So this is where we get onto the notes part, which I wasn't like overly sure, let's say, but
let me guess, that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the pyramids weren't actually built by slaves, but they were paid paid to do it. So it's all like
paid workers.
Yeah, but I was thinking along the lines of fucking like volunteers.
Yeah, you had volunteers as well. But I was
also thinking along the lines of fucking of slaves doing it, but not slaves as in what we'd think of like, or people like people that have been bad or something and they've been told that they have to fucking do this to like kind of fulfill their fucking debt to society or what.
Zahir Was has already proven that it was not built by slaves.
I don't know even who the fuck that is.
He was he was an Egyptologist / chief of
Attack.
Artifacts. Chief of Artifacts.
Okay.
And he found the workers' houses and stuff just off on the Great Pyramids,
Okay.
which proves in a way that it's not slaves, because you wouldn't just build houses for slaves. Because slaves are disposable. I gotta try and not get cancelled. I can't get cancelled before I started.
And apparently there was a point where they thought they had found Imhotep's tomb, because they apparently found like blue tiles, which meant that like whoever was like buried there was sort of a high up person, because but apparently it was like a prime minister, just like tomb looking thing, according to what they said on this documentary thing. That's why I put PM tomb, because apparently the blue tile thing was considered obviously to be from someone higher up, so somewhat sort of like a
High priest.
high priest or a fucking pharaoh, and apparently this Imhotep person was close to the king Josiah, is it?
Joseph.
Yeah. So obviously that would give him the high stature of getting the blue tiles.
Yeah, high
fucking,
priests or high vizier or vizier, however you want to pronounce it, is somewhat, in a way, the pharaoh's right hand man.
Yeah. And apparently where they found the blue tiles, which ended up obviously, like I said,
Ben Kingsley and
yes, which, like I said, ended up being like a prime minister's tomb or something. Apparently, 2500 BC tomb is still in great condition, considering like how long it's fucking been. So once again, kind of going back to what I said about like the pyramids and all that sort of shit, that they were ahead of their time. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can talk about with the.
So do you think
Imhotep?
Do you think he'll ever be found? This isn't Illuminati.
No, that's what the fucking dude who was playing Imhotep kept on doing.
Yeah, the Illuminati. There you are.
Yeah, like I said, I think he'll be found, but when they're not actually looking for him or looking for the tomb, let's say. So let's say they're just like casually digging to obviously find a fucking tomb of someone. Let's say Nefertiti, just for because I know that one tomb.
I would tie it with something with what you just said. It's kind of like back in 1920. It's either 22 or it was like 1920 or 21. When, what's his name?
What, the dude that found fucking Tut's tomb?
No, I know his name.
Nicholas Reeves.
No, that was how could it be Nicholas Reeves? When it was like 100 years ago.
Oh, that was the fucking.
Was he a fucking time traveler? Hello, I'm the doctor.
Howard Carter was the fucking person.
Howard Carter was the one who found it, but there's someone before him.
Well, I don't have that, so.
There was no more.
Just casually waiting because Leland was going to say something, and now he's looking up something.
I think it's something Davis. Um, 1920. No, not 1930. 1920.
currently looking up shit.
Keep talking. You can talk about your notes.
But yeah, I think there'll be the Imhotep will be found when he's not actually being looked for. Yeah, like I said, let's just say Nefertiti, because I know Nefertiti hasn't found, well, the tomb of Nefertiti anyway. Like if they end up searching for Nefertiti's tomb and they end up coming across Imhotep's tomb, and vice versa. Like if they end up trying to look for Imhotep's tomb, and they end up finding Nefertiti's tomb. Yes. Have you found the thing yet?
No, I'm still looking.
Is it possible that you jumped this thing up?
No,
and Howard Carter is
no.
the actual fucking person?
Here we go.
Is it someone Davis?
Yeah.
Theodore M. Davis.
I think this is the guy. Where he's there we go. What the fuck was I saying?
Something about kind of like. I was talking about like if they find.
It's kind of like Theodore M. Davis, where he said, "I fear that the value of the kings is now exhausted," as in, there's no more shit to be found. And that was before King Tut's tomb was found by Howard Carter.
In Valley of the Kings.
Yeah, in the Valley of the Kings. So, even though Howard Carter thought, I don't believe that the Valley of the Kings is exhausted. So I'm still going to keep searching. It's kind of like that, you think, you're not going to find anything, so you just give up.
And then a couple of years later,
and then like not long after, then someone else could find something where you thought, there's nothing left.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, where you're not actively searching, and then it'll be found.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that.
So anyway, I said to you earlier that it would be 100 years this year on November the 26th of Tut's tomb being found. And you said, you're going to spend the day or something.
I'm going to spend the entire month of November watching documentaries.
Entire month.
Yes.
Will you actually do that, though?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's 100 years, man. You can't beat that. Which is nuts to say, like 100 fucking years. Like when you think about it, like when you think about 100 years and you say, it's 100, it doesn't seem that nuts, because it's like, it's just 100 years.
Yeah.
But when you think about like how long ago that was and how much shit has happened since then, it's nuts to think. Yeah. To realize that there's so much has happened during that 100 years that initial 100 seems like, I don't know, like 400 type thing.
Yeah. So yeah, apparently it'll be 100 years this year. Tut's tomb being found along with his like treasure and shit. Spam. Hello, Spam.
Back off, Spam. Can you delete the comments?
I can block.
Yeah.
There you go. Fuck you. Spam. There's another thing talking about like the curse of the pharaohs. Apparently, I think it was Howard Carter that was bit by a cobra. Someone was bit by a fucking cobra.
It was Howard Carter's pet canary. Howard Carter bit by a cobra?
Well, someone was bit by a fucking cobra, and then apparently it kept happening, or something like weird kept happening, and that's why they came up with the whole fucking curse of the pharaohs.
What happened
Yes, you explain, because I need a flag and a drink.
Fucking bit by a cobra.
Well, all I got there is
What
Curse
happened?
of the Pharaoh's Cobra Bite.
What happened was Howard Carter's pet canary got eaten by a cobra. Howard Carter is sort of like right hand man, like the person who was like funding his digs and stuff, his patron. Lord Carnarvon was bit by a mosquito, and he died by cutting open the bite while shaving, and it became infected and shit. At the time of Carnarvon's death, apparently his dog over in fucking somewhere in England, his dog barked or howled or fucking some shit and dropped dead. Apparently fucking all the lights went out in Cairo.
Okay.
So it's like, oh yeah, it's the curse. This place is cursed.
That's probably where they fucking got it from.
What is it with you and curses? This is cursed. That is cursed. This is cursed. So yeah, I don't think there was any apart from the canary. I don't think there was anything that was bitten by a cobra.
Well, all I got there is Cobra Bite, because that's what they said on the fucking documentary.
You probably misinterpreted.
Well, I don't know if they said fucking Howard Carter or something, but they said something about a fucking Cobra Bite, and then they end up fucking like the person either was like sick or ended up fucking dying or something, or something ended up getting sick or something ended up dying because of this fucking Cobra Bite.
You probably thought of the mosquito bite.
It said Cobra Bite.
Are you 100% sure?
Yes, 100% sure.
And why would it be talking about it in Nefertiti's documentary?
Because it was mentioned with the fucking touch tomb and the Curse of the Pharaohs. And
yeah, I don't think anyone died by a cobra bite.
Once again, the documentary should be sued. And once again,
plus it was by BBC.
And plus it was by the BBC.
Hashtag defund the BBC.
Right, so apparently, according to the documentary and according to what people believe about Nefertiti or whatever, it was either that she was supposedly buried in Almana or that she went to Almana, and that was like apparently where she was like last seen going or fucking something along those lines. For this part of the thing, I'm not going to be able to remember fucking much because it was the first documentary that we watched. It was on fucking Boxing Day, yes, but it was the first documentary.
Oh yeah.
So it's not fully fresh in my mind, apart from like with the Imhotep kind
and
of.
Apparently the fucking cobra bite.
And that was at the very beginning of the fucking documentary, when they are talking about fucking Touch Tomb and the treasure and the Curse of the Pharaohs and all that sort of shit. Just like when I said just after the documentary, I think it was, I was like, oh yeah, I got fucking 2 dates written down here. One being the 4th of December 1922. Yeah. And the 26th of November 1922. So I was like, oh yeah, what one is it? And then you said, oh yeah, on the 4th they started the dig or something.
Yeah.
And on the 26th they found the Touch Tomb.
Like official.
Yeah. Just like with the old geeking and shit, when I used to write down notes, it wasn't straight away I'd write down notes. It'd be like fucking 5 minutes later when shit has happened, and then I'll write down the fucking note.
And then you'll end up fucking up somewhere.
Yeah, which is kind of why I fucked up here. I don't know whether they said the 1900s or the 19th century, but apparently they found...
it's kind of like the 1700s or the 17th century.
But apparently they found tablets with inscriptions on of
Of
I was gonna say of Akhenaten, but then I saw that you put that there to
Akhenaten.
yeah. Hey, I was fucking close.
Yeah.
Spelling fucking way off, but pronunciation of the fucking spelling I put.
Pronunciation, people, pronunciation.
Yeah, so apparently they found tablets with inscriptions on. I'm guessing they said what was like on it, but I just didn't write it down. And apparently Nefertiti dies as a king and not a queen because apparently she was considered
Shminkare.
what?
Shminkare. That was supposedly her pharaoh name.
Okay, because apparently she, I'm guessing, did things as a king and not a queen, and that's why she was like kind of counted as a king,
Yeah,
not a queen.
Yeah, because Akhenaten died, but I don't think King Tut became
Was
pharaoh.
old enough.
No, it's nothing to do with it being old enough. I don't think he became pharaoh straight away. So there was that tiny little gap in between when Akhenaten died and
Tut reigned.
and Tut's reign began. That is very highly potentially a possibility that Nefertiti became pharaoh and ruled, but it would only be in a short amount of time.
Yeah. Apparently, Akhenaten was blind or something along those lines, and had a female body sort of structure. So it had like the hips of a female person. I don't know why I wrote that down. I just found that interesting. Here we go. 1912 sculpture found the bust of Nefertiti, and apparently Hitler had something to say about this because apparently he went to Germany.
Still there.
Okay.
It's in Berlin. Oh, we go to Berlin.
Apparently,
I once killed a horse in Berlin. Oh, he's going to Berlin.
apparently the Egyptians wanted the sculpture back because obviously Nefertiti being Egyptian and kind of Egyptian property and whatnot. And apparently Hitler, of all fucking people, said...
Why did you emphasize the word Hitler?
Hitler,
Hitler.
of all people, said, what German people have, they keep. So obviously...
It's kind of like Russians. Like the whole meme where, something's like, oh, yeah, this is mine. I enjoy it. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. And then it's like, oh, yeah, a meme going around saying, and then there's this Russians. This is now ours.
I forgot what I was going to say.
You were saying about Hitler. Hitler. Y'all realize you're probably going to get banned, right?
I know.
Just for saying Hitler.
I know. But it was part of the fucking documentary.
Well,
so
to be honest, if you get fucking striked or whatever, or this video becomes like, or this live stream becomes unavailable.
Yeah.
Because of the word Hitler.
Yeah.
Then YouTube's a fucking idiot. Because it's like, well, it's a person.
What about documentaries about fucking World War II?
Hitler.
They're on fucking YouTube.
Hello, one person watching. Whoever you are, comment. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, apparently Nefertiti disappeared and then became king. Then Tut became king, because obviously...
I'm going to
like
disappear and become king.
There was a short time between Akhenaten's death and Tut's reign as pharaoh or whatever. I don't know why the fuck Nefertiti disappeared.
Died.
Don't know, but I'm guessing she went to fucking
Went off the
Almana.
went off the fucking rails.
Fuck knows. Tut died before having his own tomb. So basically, they didn't build his tomb, and it was originally for I'm guessing Nefertiti or fucking some other person. Yeah, originally for a woman. The tomb was for, and then you put then you put can be proven by the layout design. Men's tombs branches off to the left, females tombs to the right. Touch tomb branches off to the right. Side note: Nick Reeves, the person
The person who you thought discovered Tut's tomb.
Yeah. Once discovered that Tut's tomb could potentially have had more undiscovered rooms.
He stole my theory. I swear to fuck. Before that happened, I think that was like 2019, 2018, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, there's a potential. There could potentially be more rooms undiscovered in Tut's tomb. And I was fucking saying since I fucking like probably about mid 2000s, maybe late 2000s. I was like, oh yeah, there's got to be more to Tut's tomb. Let me see. There's probably more shit that's undiscovered. And then the motherfucking Nick Reeves fucking stole my theory.
Anyway,
bastard.
Leading to him and many others speculating that Nefertiti was buried there as well. But yeah, Nefertiti hasn't been found yet.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, apparently,
I don't think she has. I mean, there was a theory that she has.
Well, according to the documentary, she still hasn't been found.
Yeah, but how old is the documentary?
I don't know. It was on fucking thing on the TV. Yeah, according to the documentary, it was 80% of the tomb that had to be changed to make it like tomb for Tutankhamun, not.
As of 27th of May, her body has never been found.
That was last year.
Mm-hmm. No, that was 2 years ago. We're in 2022 now. We're still in 2021. It's fine. So yeah.
Well, technically, we are in fucking 2500 BC, according to the title sequence of the stream, where I say, well, we travel back in time. We travel back to like 3000 BC, fucking whatever.
Yes. Travel with us back through time.
And they had to change the inscriptions on the tomb because it said that women have the wings or fucking something on or the men have the wings and the women don't have the wings or fucking something of the inscription on the tomb.
On the coffins.
Yeah, on the coffin.
On the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Slab things.
Yeah. Apparently the face mask fucking thing of Tut, it joined behind the ear.
And it belonged to a woman.
Yes, and that's why it's like changed because 1978, looking for more undiscovered tombs near Tut's tomb. And I put Ramses the 6th. I don't know why. Yeah.
And that's your notes.
Yeah, that's my notes. Both documentaries.
So do you, just like the Imhotep one, do you think she'll ever be found?
Yes, when she's not actually being looked for.
Don't mind Malcolm, he's becoming white as shit.
Yes.
He's white as shit, man. Alright, so what's the next note?
I mean, it's bound to be fucking in the last place they look.
Yeah, it's
they wouldn't fucking find it. Stop looking and then fucking continue looking.
It's like anything, you know. If you just stop looking, it will show up.
Right. The next part of our notes, we kind of talked about movies.
I want to talk about that third one.
Okay. So screen capturing the picture. Right. Right, I can actually if I can do it. Entire screen, fuck it. Oh, I'll get the fucking picture up first. Right.
I'll see if it's actually.
I'll get the picture up first, and then I'll capture the screen there. Right. So, as you can see from this picture here, the next topic we're talking about is the pyramid and aliens and all that sort of stuff. Do you want to read this out?
I was recently looking for through my old Twitter shit and like all my tweets and stuff, and I came across this right before we were going to do originally going to do the stream for like a few days or some shit. And I was like, if there's one thing that annoys the fuck out of me, it's people who says that aliens made the pyramids. Get the fuck out of here with your conspiracy bullshit. I fucking hate it when people say, aliens built the pyramids.
I understand the hashtags, but what the fuck is that hashtag? Not your great aunt's musty fluff. What's that got to do with the fucking aliens and pyramids?
Think about it. Hashtag annoying. Hashtag it was people. Hashtag not slaves. Hashtag not aliens.
And hashtag not your great aunt's musty fluff. Right, what?
You can tell you can tell I was annoyed by that. It's like, why the fuck would people say, the ancient fucking aliens built fucking the pyramids and shit? Well, can you not grasp the idea that maybe humans can actually do that sort of thing themselves without help from some extraterrestrial beings? Like, fuck me, man.
No, thank you. My family.
Incest. Ancient Egypt had a lot of it.
Anyway, we kind of touched upon that in the space stream, so go ahead and check out the space stream where we talk a bit more in depth about the pyramids and built by aliens and all that sort of shit, because that fits more in with the space.
There's also one thing ties in with the next one as well.
Here we go. When you were talking about the 42 video in your watch later or whatever, is that that's kind of another thing that like kind of pisses you off about like why
fucking
clickbaited videos on YouTube, like why are scientists scared of discoveries?
Why are scientists scared of documentaries?
Because they're all fucking fake.
Because they're fucking out, and that's why. I mean, for fuck's sake, I didn't realise I never wore fucking gloves. Unhygienic bastards. Talking about that though, I think one of I can't remember the name of the fucking channel. And yes, I'm gonna,
be unsociable.
I'm gonna out them. Crunch.
Never over.
That's the name of the channel. You are the most clickbaitedest fucking channel I've ever seen. Like, there's another video I haven't got around to watching yet, but I guarantee you 100% that would be the most bullshit fucking video I've ever seen. And then I watch another one, and I was like, that's the most bullshit video I've ever seen. There's like one, The Strange Life and Death of Egyptian Queen Nefertiti. Do I even have any more? No. I'll have to search them up. Crunch. Egypt.
There's bound to be
Here we go. 10 reasons why the Egypt pyramids terrify scientists. As a
why
picture
the fuck
of
is there one
upside,
in the air?
It's upside down as well. Let's have a look, see if there's any more. 10 reasons why Egypt scares scientists. Most shocking Egypt discoveries of all time. 10 Egypt discoveries that rewrote history. 10 amazing discoveries in Egypt that scare scientists. 10 Egypt discoveries nobody can explain. how powerful was ancient Egypt, the ancient superpower? I mean, that's not really clickbait. It's just a question.
Yeah.
10 Egyptian discoveries that changed everything. 10 pharaoh discoveries in Egypt that scared archaeologists. King Tut's tomb with a curse. This one seems legit. 10 amazing ancient Egypt discoveries in 2021. Or at least 2021. 25 amazing discoveries in Egypt that scare scientists. The scary truth about Egypt's pharaohs. And they're all by the same channel. And there's one here, the truth behind the Sphinx scared archaeologists. And it's like a picture of the Sphinx's head, and it's like aiming at that fucking sort of a zoomed in picture type thing of a tunnel. I was like, what the fuck? Now get the actual main thing up. I want to see if you can actually see this.
Yeah, kind of.
Sort of. Fuck me, man. I am out there now. And then someone, I can't remember which one.
Link is in the description.
I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like, 10 discoveries that scares scientists. And someone commented on it, and I actually liked the comment. It's like, 1 minute and 39 seconds into this video, that's more than enough time to realize that it's poorly made, filled with information anyone can find on the internet and lies. And then someone replied, say, yeah, I kept skipping ahead, then I got to see then I get to see in a boat and stuff not related to the title. I don't know why this video isn't downvoted to oblivion. And then there's another comment, which I didn't actually click on, read more type thing.
Yeah.
Saying, can you debunk it for me? All scientists say that they have no idea how the 80-ton blocks were carried above 100 meters without damaging the rest of the pyramid, with another structure stable and strong enough to hold whatever. But I seen that comment, I thought, yeah, I agree with that 100%. The most clickbaited shit ever. It's like, if you're gonna make a video and you're gonna clickbait it, at least talk about what the fucking title is.
Yeah.
So it's not technically clickbait, but it's also clickbait.
Yeah.
There's so much decent shit about ancient Egypt that you can talk about in order to make a decent, well-educated video and not be downvoted to oblivion.
Right, what you kind of
get called out by some random dude on the internet.
Right, what you kind of said there kind of leads me to a question I have that I wanted to ask you. Let me just get the fucking question up. Right, so you're talking about there's so many things of discoveries that you can talk about and all that sort of shit. So obviously people are interested in all that sort of shit. Why do you think so many people are actually interested in ancient Egypt and Egyptology and all that sort of shit? I can understand it with, obviously I'm not saying it's a stupid fucking thing, but I can understand it with dinosaurs and shit that's so far from our fucking
time period.
Yeah, our time period.
Yeah, but 65 million years.
Yeah.
Or 64 million years.
I can understand it from.
It's every year they change how far back the dinosaurs were.
Yeah.
So it's a 1 year. I say last year it'll be 65 million years ago, or 64 million years ago, and then this year then it'll be 65 million years. I'm like, holy shit, we went a million years in 1 year.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So why do you think it is? What do you think it is about ancient Egypt?
It's the fascination of the unknown. It could be the same said with anything, really. When you think about the history, whether it's the history of people or a history of animals like the dinosaurs, or the history of space, it's the unknown that fascinates people the most.
Okay.
It's kind of like you with space, there's so much shit that you don't know that it intrigues you.
Yeah. Okay, that was the question. I do have another question, but I'll wait till later on to say it. King Tut tomb, King Tut curse real?
No.
Thing is, it does seem a little bit fucking weird, though.
It's
Like,
coincidental, but it's not real. Like, you know, the whole thing about
the cobra bites.
Lord Carnarvon getting bitten by a mosquito and dying after Ted's tomb was discovered. It's like, well, that's a coincidence because he got bitten by a mosquito in a country that's, I want to say, mosquito infested.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, oh yeah, you got mosquitoes just flying everywhere at all times.
Yeah.
But it's like you got a higher chance of finding them over there.
Yeah, but what about his dog?
His dog, that could have just been a coincidence again. But then again, it's kind of like, when you have a strong connection with someone, and you feel like
husband and wife,
and you feel like something is wrong, but you don't know, but you have that fucking gut feeling.
I guess with a parent and fucking kids,
Exactly,
is more fucking than.
But it's a coincidence that Lord Carnarvon cut his fucking a mosquito bite while shaving. Just so happens to have been after the fucking Tut's tomb was discovered. So it's like, oh yeah, it's the curse that's getting him. And it's like, well, not really, because like I said, mosquitoes are a prominent thing in Egypt, and obviously a man needs to shave when a man needs to shave, and obviously they didn't have that great of antibiotics back then, like 100 years ago, than they do now. So,
thing is, surely there must be fucking other sort of shit.
And as for
instead of like one incident, in this case two, with his dog.
As for the lights going out in Cairo, power cuts happen all the time. But it's just these, they're saying, oh yeah, it happened because Tut's tomb was discovered. But what you got to think about is, I don't think it was actually the Egyptians that was saying that shit. It was the media. Well, which leads us back to that whole why scientists are scared of discoveries type thing, was clickbaited, is to get clicks.
The media's full of shit anyway.
Exactly. I mean, you would expect that the main man that discovered King Tut's tomb would have been like one of the first people to die by the curse. But he lived until like 1938, I think, or 39. So like a good 15 years after. 15, 16, 17 years after.
Yeah.
So why didn't he die by the curse? When he was the main dude, discovered it and shit.
This place is cursed.
What's with you and curses? That is cursed. This is cursed. Everything is
you weren't happy without a good curse. So basically the next thing I can talk about, because like I said, there's not really much I can talk about, but this thing I definitely sort of can talk about. When we run the Geek Union channel into the fucking ground. No, when we did the Geek Union channel, I reacted to a show called Tut, which was it HBO? Was it HBO? No, NBC.
Spike.
Yes, NBC was the distributor or whatever the fuck it was.
Distributor.
Yeah. Did a reaction to that. All 3 episodes, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Was it 3 episodes or we like fucking...
Well, the first episode you reacted to went up on YouTube. Yes. Then it got stricken down with the mighty power of the mightiest YouTube.
Then just like always when it comes to getting like blocked worldwide, which is the thing that like it pisses me off. Like, it doesn't matter if I really don't care if it's like, oh yeah, it's copyright claimed, or if it's like blocked and like
we're not gonna put ads and shit on it anyway.
Yeah.
The only things we would have
the main thing that would piss me off is if it was blocked worldwide. And obviously this thing was blocked worldwide. Just like reactors do, if it's blocked worldwide, they'll take it down, re-edit it, take out all the bits that they specify they want to be like taken out. Let's say, re-upload it, blocked again, worldwide again. So, and this is when we are up in mid Wales
Yeah, this was
for
at
like
the
the week or
this
whatever.
is at
it
the
was.
this was at the start of the channel.
Yeah. So 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I think I tried it, like uploading it 3 times, and after the third time, I was like, I give up with this.
And then we did it on Patreon.
And then we did it on Patreon, which obviously stayed up. Thank fuck. Yeah.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know.
Like, the only thing I could talk about other than like the documentaries is this.
Well,
And
obviously,
you're stumping over your words. Like,
obviously, it wasn't like my choice to react to this thing because, obviously, like I said, I don't have a fascination or somewhat interest in this type of thing, apart from like the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser and
not
Rachel
the
Weisz or whatever, because I grew up on
not
them.
the Tom Cruise one.
I haven't even seen it.
Don't bother. Save yourself like 2 hours or whatever the fuck it is, and go and do something that is actually interesting.
So yeah, the Mummy movies are the only sort of interest, let's say, I have in like this subject. I'm getting kind of based on nostalgia as well, because I grew up on them movies. Like, if I was to watch them now, I'd still like them, but I wouldn't be like, Imhotep, Imhotep.
You would though. As soon as that scene comes up, you're like, Imhotep. That's how we're gonna clickbait like the highlights of this. Imhotep is a bad dude. Imhotep. Or Imhotep possesses Leland.
Welcome to the highlight.
Imhotep.
So yeah, obviously, you watched this first. The top program. You watched first back in 2015, I believe, when it first came out.
Yep.
I reacted to it in 2018, like the first episode or the first part of the episode.
And then it was what, 2020 then? Was it 2019?
It was 2019 because it was about a year or so after it went up on YouTube that we decided to do it for Patreon. Obviously, it stayed up on Patreon until the channel was taken down. I don't know what the fuck happened to the Patreon.
I think the Patreon was also taken down.
Photos. But yeah, you made me watch this,
and you enjoyed it.
Ben
Kingsley,
Ben Kingsley, and Avandrogi or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
But mainly Ben Kingsley because
you knew him.
I knew of him. I knew Ben Kingsley more than I did fucking Avandrogi.
I still have no idea how to pronounce his name.
I think it is actually Avandrogi.
Yeah.
Obviously, growing up on Ben Kingsley through one particular fucking movie, Thunderbirds, when he plays the hood. But yeah, we kind of touched upon your fascination increasing through doing the courses and whatnot. I don't know why the fuck I put this next one down. Hieroglyphic meanings. I haven't a fucking clue why I put that down.
I don't know. Don't ask me what the fuck they mean.
Thing is that actually their writing, or is it a style of their writing?
Is their writing?
Okay. Bit weird. No. Drawing pictures as words.
No, it was like caveman. Cave drawings was pictures. What do you think they're gonna do? Write down the words "me caveman."
No,
they're gonna draw pictures.
No, but like fucking obviously, like Chinese have their writing and French have their writing,
and Egyptians have their writing.
Yeah, but
the English have their writing.
Yeah, but
the Italians have theirs. The Spanish have theirs.
Why is it
of the Koreans
pictures and why not have it as like
because
actual like writing?
Because you got to
or
think
like a
this was
style of
you
their
got you
writing.
got to think this was fucking thousands of years ago, man.
Well, yeah.
Like I think writing in terms of like normal box standard like letters type thing. Apart from obviously like Japanese, Chinese,
Yeah, where they
Korean,
actually have a style of their writing.
yeah, where it's like I guess somewhat design type of.
Yeah.
You gotta think that shit was only like what, a couple of thousand years ago. But the ancient Egyptians, they've been around for fucking probably like 3,500, 4,000 years before that. Before the supposed birth of Christ. Which would have been what some people speculate to be zero.
Yeah.
Even though it's probably bullshit.
It probably is. Just like they say that fucking Jesus was born on Christmas Day, even though apparently he was actually born like fucking
in the spring.
Yeah, in the spring or fucking some shit.
It probably was born. It probably was.
He died fucking sometime when it's not actually fucking like Easter, Good Friday or whatever. Then
no, Good Friday is when he returned. No, Good Friday wasn't when he died.
Yeah, and Easter Sunday was when he returned.
Yes, hence why we give
like
Easter eggs.
One of them was fucking
because it's a sign of life.
Yeah, from the fucking Easter bunny with rabies.
No, eggs, man. The fact that it's just chocolate is a bit ambiguous. Eggs, it's a sign of new life. Like many, many animals give birth via, eggs. And obviously that's representing Jesus rising again, having a new life, being born again.
It's fucking bullshit. Anyway, we're talking about fucking ancient Egypt, not fucking Jesus.
Yeah, there's no fucking chocolate then. We're like, what the fuck? It's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, anyway, I don't know why the fuck I put hieroglyphic meanings, but at least we talked about
yeah, we spoke about it, so we might as well just move on. Something that interests you, in a way, is King Tut's treasure. More specifically, his dagger that has been proven to have meteors,
carving,
rocks, stones in it, metal. A meteor dagger.
Which is a bit weird.
No.
Well, it's not weird, but...
How is it weird?
I don't know. Okay.
I'm still confused on why you think it's weird.
Okay, why did you...
I put it down because I thought it would be interesting for you. Because
what was it what is it made out of?
Made out of it. But I think it's the actual blade part was made out of the meteor.
So it's made out of rock.
Metal. Rock and metal.
Well, was it inside the meteor or was it the outside of the meteor that they made it from?
I don't know. I'm not a time traveler.
Well,
hello, I'm the doctor.
Okay.
So I thought I put that one down simply because there's space on it, and then you like space. So
it says made out of metal that is made from a meteor.
Yes, which is nuts because
how have they actually? I'm guessing they proved this.
Yeah, they've proven it.
Thing is, how would they know that it's from a meteor? Was it a
particular
fucking type of metal that they don't fucking?
Again,
that they wouldn't have had at that fucking time or something.
Again, you gotta think geologists. A lot
fucking
of
Bert.
A lot of them.
Goddamn rocks.
No, you gotta think a lot of them is gonna be knowing a lot of shit about like, meteors and comets and all that sort of stuff. Let alone obviously normal Earth rock.
Yeah.
Or Earth metals. They will know this shit because they're trained to know this shit.
Yeah.
And they're trained to prove this shit. Q&A with the viewers. What viewers? Do we have like 1 or 0?
Probably 0, but
yeah, 0. Nice. That's gonna be the quiet section. the live stream. Just like, oh yeah, Q&A time now with you guys. No one's there, like, so we just sat chilling like 5
Or
minutes.
if I cigarette for people.
Yeah, don't get
So
cancer.
they've actually proven that
Yeah, they've proven
the Dagger is made by a
meteor.
meteor.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
Which is nuts because it came out of space.
I'm guessing that's why it was in touch treasure. Because
It was made out of meteor.
No, like
not that it belonged to him or anything. It's like, it's a special dagger. We might as well stick it in with them.
No, like so because it came from the fucking sky and shit. It belonged to the highest person. Why is that? So it didn't like go to fucking like Ben Kingsley fucking character, whoever the fucking the real person is. Yeah.
Not spelled like the actual letter I. It's spelled AI. AY, not
AY.
Artificial intelligence AI.
So yeah, it went to like say like a fucking comet came down or a meteor came down now. And it landed on fucking
it will go to
British
NASA.
soil. It'll go to fucking.
It'll go to NASA.
Well, yeah, but if like the Queen said, and it obviously landed on British soil or whatever, and the Queen said, "Oh yeah, I want to make a fucking dagger out of that," no one would be able to fucking say anything because it landed on British soil. So technically,
yeah, but you gotta think there's a lot of fucking big
property.
people in the world in today's day and age. You have the president. You have fucking.
Yeah, but if it was to land,
you have the Queen,
British
you have the Prime Minister, you have fucking what's his face from fucking Russia, the Russian president,
Putin.
That was it.
Putin.
You have fucking NASA alone when it deals with that sort of shit. So you got a lot of people out there that's going to be wanting to get that shit. Whereas back in the day, there's hardly any big people.
Yeah,
there was like the king. There was. Maybe the high priest.
Prime Minister, apparently. Yeah, but if it was to land on fucking...
If it lands on British soil,
then the Queen would be the fucking...
It belongs to whoever's in charge of it at the time.
Yeah, which would be either the Queen or the fucking king or whatever.
I was going to say the Queen or what, and I was waiting for you to say the Prime Minister. I mean, yeah, technically, the Prime Minister fucking rules the country now.
Yeah, but the Queen does still have the fucking...
The Queen ain't got shit.
I know, but technically
they're just there for the
fucking say.
The Queen is just there for the...
Like, she's allowed to fucking pass laws or fucking...
The Queen is just there to keep the novelty of the reigning monarchy at large.
Yeah, considering we're apparently the last fucking people to actually have a queen or fucking king or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we are the last.
That we know of.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously
There's obviously fucking islands.
Yeah, like the tribes and all that.
Unless they just go with the fucking...
Go with the flow.
Like the chief or
go with the flow.
Or this considered they have a fucking...
or
like a chief.
Yeah.
Like fucking Samoa and... Like how they sort of do it. Because obviously Samoan people are tribes people. Right. So obviously you have an interest in ancient Egypt and have done since 2004, 2005. That you know of.
That I know of, yeah. It might have been before, but that was like the earliest memory. Which was what I said at the start with college computers and stuff.
Yeah. And obviously 10 years after, or 10, 11 years after your interest began, you finally actually got to go to Egypt on a holiday. Talk about that holiday. I can't, because the only thing I know about your fucking holiday was shit that you told me, or pictures via shit that you told me. I know obviously the facts that you went with her, and you were only there for like a week.
Her.
And I moved in after you came back from
10 days later.
Yeah.
Can't get rid of you. No one wants you to hire or to rent out that place, so I'm stuck with you for even longer. Was that you?
Yeah.
You
My
need to
phone's
put your
going
phone
off.
on mute.
Uh,
Facebook,
mm-hmm.
boring shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So yeah, Egypt holiday. Where do I begin with this? I just wanted to start off by saying I hate her,
Okay.
but you know I'm very extremely appreciative for
Thankful.
for the fact that she took me there. Is that another one by any chance?
I'm guessing so. Maybe, I don't know.
VOA FYI. How about going away?
But anyway, holiday.
Yeah, as I was saying, despite the fact that things ended badly and I have a lot of hatred for her, I'm thankful for the fact that I guess the
If it
the
wasn't
number
for
one
her,
dream.
if it wasn't for her, you probably wouldn't have been able to.
Yeah. Like she would help me live out my dream of actually going. But yeah, with that being said, let's actually talk about it.
You were there for a week.
Yeah, so I was there for a week, and when, well, I don't think you would have seen it because you haven't seen In Between Us, have you?
Nope.
Like the movie.
Nope.
Well, there's a scene as soon as they get to fucking wherever they were going on a holiday. It's like a lad's holiday, so it's like Magaluf and Ibiza and all that sort of stuff. As soon as they get like out of the airport, it's like, oh yes, it's hot. It's well hot. I was like, that's literally one of the first things I said. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. As soon as you leave that nice, cool airport, and the hot deserty fucking air just whoosh.
Thing is, was it hot? Was it?
It feels like as soon as my eyebrows off.
Or was it just the humidity?
It was the humidity and it was the hotness. It was uncomfortable because we thought it'd be a fucking good idea to go during the fucking hottest fucking months of the year.
July.
Yes.
And again, we're in Britain, so none of it.
No, originally we had a lot of troubles sorting shit out because originally we were going to go to Luxor and we were going to stay there. And then some shit happened. I think it was like riots and stuff was happening around the time. So we get a fucking... I remember, I think she took me to like a game or some shit, And on our way back, she got a phone call from travel agents. And they were like, oh yeah, we need to come in because we need to sort a few things out. There's been like fucking riots and shit. So obviously, as travel agents, they need to rearrange a few things.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, come on. And we got there to the travel agents and they were like, oh yeah, there's riots and shit. So we need to not necessarily say you can't go, but we need to
rearrange another place.
Yeah, rearrange another hotel, another place that you're going to stay while you're on your holiday sort of thing. And we ended up going to Hurghada, which I think it was the I think it was the Sheraton Hotel. I might have to search this up. So if you want to talk about something, yeah, let me search it up. I'm sure there's something you can talk about.
Right, so obviously I've seen pictures of Darth Leland's holiday. I know he went to see the pyramids, see the Sphinx. Obviously, because like I said, I've seen pictures, and from what he's told me as well. I know during the time when he was going into, I think it was Tut's tomb or fucking someone's tomb, they said, oh yeah, if you have problems with like lung problems or problems with breathing or whatever,
that was the pyramid. That was.
Yeah, I know that's.
I never actually went into Tut's tomb, which I'll talk about in a minute.
But obviously, I don't think Leland passed up the opportunity to actually go into a fucking pyramid, even though his lungs are fucked. Yeah, that's one thing that I know of that happened on his holiday. Yeah, and obviously, I don't know where the fuck I was going with the ones. Obviously, right. Since this is the only thing that I can actually talk about, like for the rest of the whole thing, sort of like now.
Exactly what you're going for.
For some reason,
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I always have the trouble with misspelling Egypt. That I know all the fucking letters are there in the fucking on how it's spelled, but I always mixed up the Y and the G, and when actually spelling it, I don't know like why it is. Otherwise, it would just be Egypt.
Egypt.
And not Egypt. Like the amount of fucking times I fucked up with spelling Egypt when writing down the list of topics and shit for doing this live stream. Like the amount of fucking times I'm pretty sure I have to even look it up, like how the fuck to actually spell it. I'm not even sure if I actually fucked up on the notes for the documentaries that I saw. If I actually put, misspelled Egypt with putting Y and G and not GY. I don't know. Have you found the fucking location yet?
No, I'm still looking.
Fuck's sake.
And do you know the worst part about it?
There's so many.
No, it's not that. It's I did it shit.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, we'll talk about all the fucking shit. Speed things along a little bit. I think there's one thing that we shouldn't talk about because that can go on for fucking ages. That one.
Yeah.
And we'll do that in like another fucking stream or
we haven't got any more. We haven't got any more
video.
comments, have we?
We
haven't got any more comments, have we?
No.
Do you want to get a picture like, oh yeah, be back soon, and just put that in the background? Or like a fresh it.
Okay. Right.
That way, then I can actually look for this fucking this one resort. I can never fucking remember the name of the fucking it.
Right. There you go. That'll do. Where's PNG? I don't care. I actually know how to do that. It's PNG. PNG. Fuck's sake.
Just put back in a minute.
There you go.
So that's also
PNG. Right. Apparently that's kind of a PNG. Alright. While Leland goes to the toilet, I'd suggest you go there now.
I want to make sure that you put it on mute and shit first.
Yes. Okay. Window. Would it be window? Yes, it'd be window.
Yeah, I should go get the picture.
Yeah. There you go. It'd be that one. Can I make that fucking bigger?
Yeah, by zooming in.
How do I zoom in? There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go. Boom. And we are back.
Oh, I'm so glad that we took that break.
Right, Lena went to the toilet. I also needed to go for a quick
Toilet.
toilet as well. So now we are back.
How long was I actually in there for?
Not that long.
For a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so I found the name of that
Oh,
hotel.
thank fuck.
I didn't even need to look on Google. Every single time I try and think of the name of this fucking hotel or resort, it's like, yeah, you can fucking hit. I'm looking it up on Google. I know the city because it's in Nevada. I know roughly what it looks like. I found it while searching up on Google, but
Okay, he has his
I have my little
thing.
bracelet thing. Let me move closer. That's better. I want to give a big shout out to this resort because it's one of the most amazing places I've been. The general area, like the resort, looks nice. Great people, great workers. So yeah, massive shout out to the Caribbean World Resort in Soma Bay, Nevada. They were very welcoming, and they were so nice to me and the ex. Her. So yeah, massive shout out to them.
I know there was one market person that you really didn't like.
No.
I'm being sarcastic.
I hated him. I hated him.
So, you sure you don't want to buy? Yes, I'm sure I don't want to buy. Well, you sure?
This one worker is trying to sell shit.
Obviously
on resort, so he in a way works for the resort type thing, but
yeah,
it's kind of weird how they do that sort of thing. Like how you got people working and selling stuff on the resort and like a shop, but you're not entirely sure they work for the resort or they're just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's this one guy. He was so persistent in me and the axe buying something. It's like, I didn't even know what to call him. Is it like it's not really like a dress or anything. It's like the, what the fuck are they called? The things that, you see like Egyptians and all them, like current day Egyptians, not ancient Egyptians.
Yeah.
So like the,
kind of is like
a dress type thing, where it's like like a throw over, sort of thing. I think I still have it. I think I'm not entirely sure. But it's like, do you want to buy this? I was like, not really. He's like, how much do you want to buy it for? I was like, dude, I don't want to buy it. He's like, how much do you think it's worth? Like, if you were to buy it off me, how do you think? How much would you buy it off me for? Because obviously, that's like one of the main things that you need to do when you go over to Egypt or any country like that, where a lot of people's income
is based on buying shit.
Yeah, it's based on tourists and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know about fucking 200 fucking Egyptian pounds. I think that's the currency, Egyptian pounds. And he's like, no, it's got to be more than that. It's got to be more than that. I was like, okay, well, fine, 300 then. And he's like, it's got to be more than that. I was like, well, to be honest, I'm not going to buy it because I don't want it. Like, I'm not coming in here to buy that. I'm coming in here to buy souvenirs for people. And then
I got sand.
Long story short, I left that shop with
that fucking dress.
Yeah. I think, fuck, man, we must have spent about fucking like £600 or £700 on it. I didn't even want it.
For a fucking dress. Well, overcoat, fucking cloak.
Search up on Google and then share the screen. Because I don't want people to get the wrong idea thinking, it's just one of them family. Yeah. There's a specific, I don't know what it's called. Let's see if you can spell it. Here we go.
Egyptian cloth. Male.
Over, yeah. At the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that fucking.
Yeah.
Thing.
What's it actually called though? A kaftan?
Yeah, long clap.
Well, it's more like that one.
I'll share the screen first.
Yeah, share the screen. And then obviously use the. No, it's Chrome. And then top one.
Yeah, that one.
It's basically that one that he's just hovering over. It's basically that. Yeah. If you wait, go back on it. Like hover over the picture. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Pinter. Men's ethnic kaftan robes. Robes would have been.
Yeah.
Men's costume, loose, long sleeve, vintage, casual dress. So yeah, in a way, it is pretty much a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up buying one of them. I didn't want to buy one of them. I just wanted to buy souvenirs.
Like I said, I got sand. So,
yeah, you got sand.
Yes.
Do you still have it?
No, the fucking thing broke.
Who else was broke?
Ed's.
What about your mother's?
I haven't a fucking clue. I don't know.
That shit was expensive.
I got sand.
It was like fucking like. It was like
shit that you could just get from the beach. I got fucking.
I think
sand.
it was like £3, like British pound. So it would have been like 30 quid.
Yeah. Egyptian pounds.
Yeah. So I didn't really like that guy. There's another guy that we spoke to. I think I'm not entirely sure, but I think he was referring to himself as Superman.
Superman.
I think so, or something like that.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, because his last name is like, yeah, my name is Mohammed, something or whatever, and it sounded like Superman. He's like, yeah, you just call me Superman. I was like, okay, cool. Superman. He was a pretty legit dude. I liked him. And then there was another one, then a couple of shop owner workers type of where we go to, chill out and drink Egyptian tea. And I think he also gave us like this mango juice, which was absolutely nice, so tasty. They were pretty chill. But all in all, the area, Caribbean World Resort, easily like probably the best option that we went for when we had to rearrange our trip and all that sort of stuff. Then I think the first trip we went on, I think it was Luxor was the first one that we went on. It was either Luxor or it was Cairo. It's one or the other. It's like one went on one day and then the other was like a couple of days later or like the following day.
Yeah.
But we went to the Luxor and then we went to the Valley of the Kings. We went to the Colossi of Memnon. I said I was going to talk about something during the Valley of the Kings thing. You mentioned about going into Tut's tomb.
Yeah.
I had the option to go in. Like you had to pay extra to go in, and and the ex was like, do you want to go in? And obviously this was like a few months after mother passed away. For the longest amount of time, me and my mother used to speak about going to Egypt and going into Tut's tomb and all this sort of shit. I felt kind of sort of like, what the fuck's he on?
Netflix.
And then we obviously me and the ex went then, and the ex was like, do you want me to pay for this to go into Tut's tomb? I was like, no.
Why?
I don't know. I felt like fucking. Well, like I said, I spoke a lot about going to Tut's tomb with mother and stuff like that.
Oh, it's because of that.
And yeah, it was too
fresh.
Too fresh. So I thought I don't particularly want. I mean, I might still have a chance in the future. You never know what the future holds, type thing. So I could still very well end up going back to Egypt. I could still very well end up having a chance to go in. But I'm 100% positive that I made the right decision. I do want to talk about the Cairo trip because there's two people that went on that sort of excursion with us. And fuck me, man, they were annoying. The guy was trying to like, you know, give us facts and stuff about like the pyramids and the Sphinx and all that sort of shit. And this what and the dude, because there's like a woman and I'm assuming like a husband or whatever, and the husband is like fucking trying to act all big, you know, trying to sort of say, oh yeah, this didn't happen, fucking, this is the incorrect fucking measurements and all that sort of shit. And I'm just there sitting back thinking, you're a fucking idiot, pal. You're an absolute idiot. Like, this guy is trained to know this shit, and you're there saying, oh yeah, no, that's the wrong measurements. That can't be true because it's like 0.5 millimeter out from what he was saying. It's like, shut the fuck up. But when we went to the pyramids, this is what I think you were on about. And it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to buy that shit. And sort of like an on street type
Market
seller type thing. Came up to me. He's like, do you want to buy this? I was like, no. And he was like, on about like the headdress and a bunch of fucking handmade scarves.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's what I was on about.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to buy your shit. I'm just here to, you know, enjoy my holiday and gaze upon the pyramid. I was like, how do you buy this? And it's like, he took the fucking thing, the headdress out of the packaging. I was like, don't. Just don't. I've only fucking succumbed to people fucking making me buy shit. And he put it on me. He's like, oh, it looks good on you. It looks good on you. You should buy it. I was like, no, I don't want to buy it. He's like, oh, well, fuck you then. I was like, yeah, well, to be honest, I fucking stated many times I do not want to buy it. He's like, oh, do you want to buy it? I was like, no. And then he fucking, I think it was the same guy or fucking someone else. Like, so, do you want to buy these scarves? Fucking man-made, you know, sort of like fucking, I made it myself, you know, I'm proud of this shit. I was like, no, I don't want to buy your scarves. And then he fucking tried to fucking sort of not force it on me type thing, but you know, when he's like, oh yeah, push it up against your chest. And you're like, you're not taking it.
Yeah.
So you're just like, your arms are down by your side, and he's trying to like pass it to you. And it's like, I was like, I don't want to buy it. And he's like, and then I walked past him, and then he fucking like let go of the scarves, and they fell to the floor. I kind of felt bad for that because, you know, these guys, they, like I said, that's what their income comes on. They need the sort of tourism to be able to provide for their family and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and obviously this stuff was handmade. It wasn't bad stuff. It was some good, decent quality stuff. It's just I didn't want to buy it because I think that part of the holiday I didn't actually bring any money with me because I wasn't planning on buying it. I learned that from the fucking dress, man. And I heard him mumbling. I think it was like either Arabic or a slight hint like, "Oh, you fucking bastard" type thing. I was like, well, I did fucking say I don't want to buy anything, and I don't have any money anyway. Funny enough, I had a fucking same sort of fucking thing when I was in one of the tombs. It's like sort of like a self-made, well, not a self-made professional, but like a self-proclaimed Egyptologist type thing. It's like, oh yeah, I know my shit. You know, I'm going to tell you this shit, and then you're going to pay me.
Oh, right.
It's like I was looking through walking through the tomb on like the little pathway that they have for you. And the guy was like, oh yeah, this and that and this and that. I was like, I knew this shit already. I was like, he's like, oh, this is Isis and this is fucking Osiris, and and this is the pharaoh and his wife and all that sort of stuff and hieroglyphs and all that. This is the cartouche in which the pharaoh's name was surrounded by. I was like, I know this stuff. You don't need to tell me. And he's like, now that I've told you all this stuff, can you give me money? I said, I don't have any money. I didn't ask for your fucking I didn't ask you for your guidance. Like, I know this shit. I don't need to be told this shit because I know this shit. I was like, oh, can you give me money? I was like, nah, sorry, but I don't got any money. Which, funny enough, I didn't actually have any money at the time. So it's like fucking like 3 people that try to fucking make me buy shit. It's like, no, 3 or 4 people. But the people are nice, you know. They're respectful, not respectable. I mean, yeah, you get your few people as like a little arrogant type thing. It's like, well, they got to make their money somehow.
Mm-hmm. Fucking bastard.
But yeah, that was pretty much the main parts of the holiday. We were supposed to go on a quad bike fucking ride through like the desert type thing, but the people that we were in, was it like a holiday advisor? Was it like a holiday rep?
Yeah.
We didn't even have a holiday rep because our dude didn't even show up. Like we was there fucking at like 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever, fuck, or like 5:30 or whatever. I can't remember what the fuck. I think it was for the quad bike sort of excursion type thing.
Yeah. Activity.
Yeah, and we were sat in the hotel lobby waiting for about 2-3 hours, and the guy just never showed up. I was like, well, okay, well, fuck you. So the ex spent a day fucking sunbathing and doing a little bit of swimming in the pool. I spent my day
Sweating in the bedroom.
sweating my fucking nuts off. And yeah, and I fucking, she was having a hair done. I think she was like having like cornrow braid type thing.
Yeah.
And the dude that was, because there was obviously the guy that was like the hairdresser that was doing it for her, and I was chilling out with like the receptionist, and I think it was like a couple of his mates. He's like, you support, do you watch football? I was like, yeah, I watch football. So who do you support? I was like, I support Liverpool. I support Man U. I was like, okay. David Beckham. I was like, dude, that's old. David Beckham retired like fucking like 5, 6, 7 years beforehand. But we spoke a little bit about footy. Obviously, this was before the time.
Soccer.
This is obviously before the time that Salah came to us. And obviously, Salah was Egyptian.
Yeah.
This was like 2 years before he came. 2-3 years. But if I went over now, or after Mo Salah came to Liverpool and said, "Oh yeah, I support Liverpool," like, "Oh yeah, Mo Salah." I'm like, "Yeah, he's the best fucking winger in the world." Easily the best player, like currently in form anyway. But yeah, there's a few decent people that I met over there, and then we came back. Then I was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's that then." That's like a week.
So somewhat going back to the whole media type of things when like people know of like Egypt and shit. Obviously, there's TV shows, there's movies.
Do you want to share some of the pictures from the holiday? Joke.
Okay.
On my Facebook.
Okay.
You can keep talking about it.
Yeah. You put down a topic.
Did I?
Of a game.
And also, yeah, I did go in the pyramid, and it was like, yeah, you can't. It's advised not to go inside the pyramid if you're suffering with like, heart problems or breathing problems, lung problems. It's like, fuck that, man. And it's like, does anyone here suffer with that sort of thing? I was like, nope. No, I'm good, but I fucking suffered. Let's go for the top one. He's like, no, I don't have any, I don't have any of the problems. I was not turning down that opportunity to be able to go inside the Great Pyramid of Giza. Yeah. Just quick scan tool.
Make sure she's not in them.
Well, not her face anyway. Okay, yeah, so good.
Alright, I'll fucking actually click on them probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
Obviously, people will see my Facebook, but I don't really care because, like, I don't use our Facebook. Hello, the one person. Here's something to think about. Are we from Earth? No.
We are from a little town called Tricoon.
We're from planet Uranus.
Anyway, here are some pictures.
Yes, pictures. That was me taking a picture on the plane. As it states underneath my fucking Facebook thing, selfie on a plane.
Right there.
Yeah.
I'm
pretty sure I actually took a picture of the wing as well.
Do you want me to go through like this or
Yeah.
Let's
go. If I gotta talk about it, or if I want to talk about it, I'll talk about it. If not, then just move on. There you go.
There you go. Thompson.
Yep.
I can tell just by the fucking
the
logo on the fucking on the thing.
Chilling as you do.
Oh, that's the thing that Leland is on about, the wrist.
I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, they'll be able to see it. Yeah, the wrist thing that they usually give you for shit.
You know, that can be quite bad.
What?
To wear them. Like, I know I'd say, get the fuck out of here with your conspiracy bullshit type shit. But apparently, a lot of people, like, you know, people who like tends to like hold tourists like hostage and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
A lot of them tends to look at those sort of things.
Yeah.
When they're trying to pick out who the fuck they're gonna sort of like abduct type thing.
Yeah.
I was speaking to a guy that goes over quite regularly. And he was like, you've been wearing that? I was like, yeah, we've been wearing them. Like, so I took mine off as soon as they gave it to me. Because obviously they put it on for you to talk.
Yeah.
He's like, I took mine off as soon as they gave it to me. Like, I don't know why. And so because if you fucking, it's sort of like, a specific color or a specific design type thing for different nationality of people.
Yeah.
So like, if you're like British, you'll have like the British sort of thing, so they know that you're British type thing.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that goes into like sort of like holding like tourists hostage for like ransom and shit. They look at those bracelets.
Yeah.
So it's best to actually take them off. I learned that anyway. I was like, holy shit! I didn't realize that. Because then after I was told that, I looked around and I seen that other people were wearing different ones. I was like, shit! Holy fuck! Hotel view from my balcony. That's her name in Arabic way.
Is Xmas's.
Mm-hmm. Statue of me. I was like, put a statue of my ancestors.
Yes, we have a inside joke where Darth Leland looks like a monkey, or he comes from fucking like a family of monkeys or apes or fucking.
Yeah, but what type of monkey though?
Like the primate family or
orangutan.
No, baboon, because your ass is like fucking
red
and shit. Oh, there
That's
you go.
Me, me and the monkey statue. Don't we look alike?
There we go.
Yeah, it was like someone came in, you know, like cleaning and all that sort of stuff, and then bringing in like towels and stuff. They'd often do that sort of thing. Like with the towels, they'd make it into like a specific animal or whatever. I thought that looked pretty cool. And the guy was obviously talented as fuck to be able to do that.
Did they leave chocolates on the bed?
Yeah, I think they left like a couple of sort of like a Rolo type things, but not like Rolos.
So their version of our Rolos.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure there's actually a picture of that as well, but I'm not entirely sure. There you go, that's the dress.
That's the dress that Darth Leland didn't want to fucking buy.
Can you tell by the look on my face?
You're like, are you fucking kidding me?
It's like I'm forcing out as well. There you go, and another picture of the towel level. Towel elephant.
Yep, as you can see that.
Smoking. My fags.
Oh, okay.
Nighttime view of the swimming pool. Which, ironically, I'm saying this shit, and it's exactly what I wrote down.
Selfie time.
That was in Cairo, that was. That plane wasn't even all up here.
Oh, that's on the plane.
Yeah, that plane wasn't all that big. It was in like a small passageway.
Okay. Pyramid, here we go. That's the Great Pyramid. I know that because of the fucking caption.
Easy way to tell. You got the small pyramid, and then the second size pyramid then has like that little extra triangle around the top.
Right.
And then the Great Pyramid then is just the one that looks like a box standard triangle. That's what I'm on about. Like the extra sort of triangle on the top.
Yeah.
Like a limestone. Yeah, that's the guy I was on about. The guy and his missus. So, yeah, that's extra millimeter.
Well,
That's wrong information.
another picture.
Another picture. Another picture. Another picture that you just skipped. Those things
Great Pyramid again.
Those things are fucking huge.
Well, the fuck's that fucking...
That's the entrance. Oh, that's one entrance. Actually, I think
if
that
you can't
is
actually see my fucking mouth, I don't know if you're going to actually see the mouse fucking thing. But I was referring to the big fucking hole in the pyramid fucking thing.
And the mouse thing you were thinking of is a cursor.
Yeah. It just says in Egypt. There's no caption.
Yeah, that was like sort of like buildings and shit. I think that's sort of like a warehouse, a working spot for the ancient Egyptians just outside the pyramids. Selfie on a pyramid.
The Great Pyramid. Two of the pyramids.
Three of the pyramids.
The three pyramids of Giza. What the fuck is that?
That's just like a mastaba type thing.
Once again, if you can't see the cursor, I'm referring to the thing on the far right of the actual picture.
That's a pyramid. No, right next to the pyramid.
Once again, it's a closer picture.
Pyramid. Is there another one? Pyramids.
All these. There you go. Something different than just fucking pyramids.
Sphinx.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's
exactly
like it's like
same thing.
It's more like a small pyramid type mastaba type thing, which would have been for like the wives of the pharaohs.
There we go. Where's his nose? Michael Jackson.
Are you trying to get cancelled?
There's another picture of the
Zoomed out picture of the Sphinx.
Sphinx.
Zoomed in picture of the Sphinx. Sphinx.
Sphinx. Right, here we go.
River
Nile.
Yeah, River Nile. That's when we were on like the little cruise type cruise ship, having like lunch. Nice food. 7-Up and Tango. But like the Arabian versions.
Okay. River Nile again. Drinks.
Close-up shot. Here you go. Temple of Karnak.
Who people will know from The Mummy Returns, I believe.
Temple of Karnak.
Oh, what the fuck are them things?
They are rams.
One's not got a fucking head.
Headless ram.
Row of sphinxes.
Mm-hmm.
Row of
My hand.
sphinxes. You know, worse than Bambi. Worse than Bambi.
Sphinxes.
Inside the Karnak temple. Wall carvings, aka
Take your time.
hieroglyphics, is it? Yeah. Inscriptions. Same again. Just from
Next one will be the same again.
Nope.
Oh no, it's a
Statue of a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Lightsaber handle or hilt or whatever.
Miniature Sphinx. Couldn't even spell miniature right. Miniature. I'm not even sure if that's an actually unknown pharaoh.
I was literally just going to ask that. Like, is it an actual unknown pharaoh, or is it you just put that because you don't actually know?
I think it was an unknown pharaoh, but I'm not entirely sure.
Statue. I'm guessing another person.
Yes. Statues.
Inside Karnak Temple again. Person that doesn't have a face.
Unknown pharaoh statue up close.
It's the Phantom.
It's the
Phantom of
it's
the
who
Opera.
the
Don't
it's,
look at my face.
it's who this the Sphinx is based off, because he's also got no nose.
Same with that one. That one's not quite fucking.
Real columns. I think that's called the hyper style. Cool, if I'm correct.
Look like he's playing the violin. The one in the middle. Well, the second column from the right. The Karnak Temple again.
More statues or more columns.
Column up close.
It's nuts how they managed to do all that though. Because they were pretty high up.
Ladders and shit.
What, with fucking massive fucking heavy ass stones.
Oh, right. I thought you meant fucking like inscription.
No, chances are they would have done that before.
Done it on the ground
Yeah.
and then put it up.
Yeah. Obelisk. Can't spell obelisk right.
Obelisk.
Poor comments. Sorry, can't temple. Let's just scroll through until you get to a new one.
Obelisk.
That's Hatshepsut's obelisk, I think. I'm not even sure anymore.
Obelisk inside Karnak Temple.
There you go. That's a statue. Apparently, it's if you walk around it, I think it's like 3 times, 6 times. I think it's like around clockwise, anti-clockwise, or clockwise, whichever. I think it was anti-clockwise. It's said to give you the power of fertility.
It'd probably be 3 times considering that's like
The box standard thing.
the box standard thing. Like,
Yeah.
say Beetlejuice 3 times, or fucking saying Candyman fucking 3 times.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah, or Bloody Mary 3 times.
If you say it one more time, she's gonna pop up.
Bloody Mary.
The Sacred Lake.
At Karnak Temple.
Obelisk.
Butt plug.
Dildo.
Inside Karnak Temple. That one generally does look like a penis. We've gone back to the beginning. No.
Nope. And that would have been, I mean, I put their shrines. So you would have like the statues or the gods in which that specific area was, or that specific temple would have been worshipping.
Yeah.
Cartouche is
containing the name of different pharaohs. I'm guessing one whole thing is one name. Right.
I have no idea whose pharaoh name that is, so don't ask me. Both don't even know. That was I think that was during the Luxor trip. The Colossi of Memnon. I spelled that wrong as well.
Colossi
Colossi.
of Nemon.
Memnon.
Memnon.
Memnon. Memnon. Is it Memnon or Memnon? I'm nom. There's quite a few pictures there. I believe that would have been Hotep III. I think that would have been that built those statues. The mortuary temple of Queen Hatshepsut.
What? Hatshepsut.
The mortuary temple of Queen Hatshepsut.
Hatshepsut.
There's quite a few
Weird fucking names.
There's quite a few of these. Statue.
Thanks at Hatshepsut's temple. Yeah, and now me's trying to say Hatshepsut.
Come on, say it again.
Hatshepsut.
No, you're so close. Keep on going. There's quite a few of these, like I said. Quite a few of these. Quite a few of these. Quite a few of these.
I try not to go so fast so people can actually fucking look.
Quite a few of these.
Mountains of sand.
Mm-hmm. Fun fact. Literally on the opposite side of that temple is the Valley of the Kings. Cue whatever that fucking thing is. The more you know. Bird stacking, man. Fuck is a horse, man. What if I call it? You from back window and right between her garden and Knoxville. That took about fucking like 7 hours to get there. Like a 7-hour bus ride.
Oh, fuck that shit.
No, it is kind of like from here to London.
Sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Sunset. Southie. The bed.
Hotel room.
With like a 15-inch TV.
Yeah, but it was HD ready. So. The bog.
Toilet.
Where the magic happens.
Right.
Wait, have they got the fucking shit? No.
No, I don't. I hope
I would
not.
No, I was going about the
Don't have
shit.
shit.
I was on about the shit hole. I thought it was like one of those fucking outside ones, where the wall comes from the outside rather than like the inside. But I realised it's just a bit of metal. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Selfie. Balcony view. Another thing.
Kind of looks like something.
Vagina.
That's the clitoris.
That's the. I'm trying to think of a correct terminology for this now.
Female body part.
It's the clitoris.
There you go. Josh is saying, did you visit all the temples?
I did not visit all the temples. The only temples I visited was Hatshepsut. I visited Karnak Temple. I don't think Luxor Temple was one of the ones that was on the list of places that we're going during that excursion. I think those are the only ones that we actually visited in terms of like temples.
Picture of a picture.
Now everybody knows like that painting was like of a dude looking at a picture, like a picture of a picture of a picture. It's like that thing when you're like sharing screen and it's actually when you're looking at the main thing, it's just zooming in like. I think that's the last one. Oh, flower.
My flower.
My flower. If you're Russian, our flower.
There you go. Me in an Egyptian dress.
I still have no idea if I even
Her name's Flower.
Her flower. That sounds kind of wrong.
Yes. Souvenir.
I didn't even know I saw that right. I still have that. I just don't know where it is. I think it's at Pikes. That's broke. Like the handle, the little fucking piece that you pull up.
Yeah. You still have that.
At Pikes.
Still have that.
At Pikes. What do you think of my drawing? I thought that was pretty good.
Shit. Drawing of souvenir. Really?
Yeah, so I was bored, right?
Let me guess, that was the day of you supposedly going on the fucking thing, then the dude never showed up.
Might have been.
That's back to the elephant towel.
Yeah, like how good is that? Like how talented have you got to be able to do that sort of shit? The only thing I can do is like
the chicken.
The only thing I can do is a towel dick. Like the shaft now, not the balls. The balls is like a completely different thing.
View from the outside reception. And that's it.
That's it. That's the end of it.
Right.
So all in all, we got another one.
We got another one. Hello. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Stop spamming us with your shit.
Right. So we've seen the pictures. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, there's media of Egypt and what people know and shit, whether it be TV, movies, I guess articles from the actual fucking media, and then you've got games such as Assassin's Creed, specifically Origins of Assassin's Creed. Talk about that for the love of God.
I thought they did a good job. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like that game because it was so different to the original Assassin's Creed games, where it's just button mashing. But I think overall, when they said that they were rehashing, sort of like rehashing the game, but not rehashing it, but like sort of, in a way, upgrading it to like a more like an RPG style game.
Yeah.
I thought they did an amazing job. The scenery within the game is amazing. The attention to detail I want to speak about the most, because Assassin's Creed, like the makers like Ubisoft and all, they take pride on having in a way some form of realism, like realistic things. Like obviously, people could come into like comments and saying, "Oh yeah, you're talking about realism, and then you're fighting some fucking Egyptian snake, like the size of a fucking like the Eiffel Tower type shit."
Yeah.
Well,
Well, obviously,
that's not what I'm on.
That's fucking...
That's not what I'm on about when I'm talking realism. I'm talking about how, more specifically, the pyramids. Inside the Great Pyramid, which obviously I have been in myself, I know the layout. The layout that they did in the game was pretty spot on. Apart from the fact that they had like traps and extra little bits in order to
make it a game and not
just not
like
some
VR type fucking thing.
But the attention to detail is amazing. I enjoyed the game. I thought it was a great game, and I said from the very first time I played Assassin's Creed, which I believe was Assassin's Creed 3. I think that was the first one I ever played. I was like, if they bring out like one where it's like based in Egypt,
yeah,
I would fucking love that. And as soon as I found out that they were making it, I was like, holy shit, I'm fucking getting this. I'm pre-ordering it, some bitch. And I'm 100% completing it. And I 100% completed it. I'm pretty sure it's like the first fucking game that I ever got a platinum on. So like I 100% completed it. But yeah, all in all, the game is amazing. It looks beautiful. It plays well. And it's Egypt. And Assassin's Creed. And I still play it to this day.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right, would you like to have talk about like Egyptian games and shit? I don't know if there's ever been one, but would you like a game where they fucking like touch upon like undiscovered discoveries and all that sort of shit? Like, fucking like going back to like the curse of fucking Tut's tomb and all that sort of shit. I'm just using that as an example because I don't know any fucking undiscovered discoveries.
Tombs.
Well, obviously, apart from like tombs and shit that isn't about like tombs, but like,
would it have to be made up? The discovery had to be made up, or was it based on real life?
Based on like
something that's just not discovered yet.
Yeah.
The thing is, that would have to be purely for a game aspect. It can't be like with Assassin's Creed where you got certain things where it's like that shit is actually as is portrayed.
Yeah.
Because obviously, undiscovered discoveries, there's a lot of shit that you won't know until you discover those discoveries.
Well, obviously.
So they'd have to make
from what like Egyptologist or fucking whatever like know of, because obviously there's a fucking tomb of like Imhotep, or for a fact that Imhotep was buried somewhere. You just gotta fucking find out where.
Mm-hmm.
Or fucking Nefertiti is buried or fucking.
I want to touch upon something that isn't related to games, but what you said about being buried somewhere kind of brought this thing to mind. It's one thing that I don't like is how back in the day, a few hundred years ago,
Back in the day, just a few hundred years.
yeah, like the 1800s, 1700s, people would actually use mummies as a form of medicine.
It's a form of medicine.
Mm-hmm. They basically destroy the mummies, grind them up into like this dusty shit, and they implement that into like medicines. For all we know, fucking Imhotep might have been fucking found.
And then ground it up to be medicine.
Exactly. Or Nefertiti could have been found and grinded up into medicine. Or fucking Tut's wife, Ankhesenamun, could have been grinded up into medicine. There's a lot. Or Khufu, you know, we haven't fucking discovered his fucking mummy. Like, there's so many potential mummies that we haven't yet discovered, but we know that they're real people based on, like, you know, hieroglyphics and written evidence and carving evidence and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
That we just haven't discovered the mummy, and they could have just been Thanos.
Yeah. Right, well, we're talking about
and
like,
that shit is fucking annoying. Like, it's absolutely annoying to think about that, the potential of the fact that we may never be able to discover certain mummies or certain things because someone found them back like a couple of hundred years ago and decided to destroy that evidence sort of thing,
yeah,
or fucking sell it on the black market.
Yeah. Right, while we're talking about like mummies and shit, I'm going to ask you my second question and my last question because I only had two and I've already asked one. Before watching the documentary, obviously they stated something that made me believe, oh yeah, this is why they do this sort of thing. But why do you think they actually went with the whole mummifying the pharaohs and shit? Because what I've got down is so it makes them sort of like kind of live forever type thing.
What was the question
Why did they mummify the pharaohs? And obviously,
to preserve them, to preserve the body.
So kind of like make them live forever.
Yeah, the body is the temple, and the I can't remember if it's the car or the bar is the soul. I think it's the car is the soul, like Ka, not Car, not like one that you drive on the street. Basically, you need your soul leaves your body and travels off to do its like the weighing of the heart and all that sort of ordeal.
Do Satan's bidding?
No. And once your body is mummified and preserved, they would then be obviously buried, and then your car or your bar or whatever then will go into and look for your body and sort of be reunited, and then you'll move on in your physical form. Well, not your physical form, but like a spiritual version of your physical form.
Yeah.
Into the afterlife. So it's all about, in a way, living forever. That's why they mummify it.
Josh has another question for, I'm guessing, both of us. Well, yeah, both of us. If you both had the chance to go to Egypt and do some archaeology, would you, and why? Me, probably not.
It's because it's too hot for you.
No, simply because I'm not, like I said, I don't have an interest in
what are the Romans?
Probably like the only place for me, like because of my interest or fascination,
is on a like a fucking random comet that's going for space.
No,
what we got here then?
Would be like fucking Pompeii or something. But like I said to you, like, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, that fucking Pompeii archaeologists are getting worried because like tourists and like walking along the pavements and kind of damaging
what they need to do in order to stop that from happening is they need to find a way of preserving the fucking the town and the not really preserved bodies, but the outer shell of bodies.
Yeah.
They need to find a way of preserving that. Otherwise, they're never gonna. That shit's gonna be gone, and you're never gonna have that stuff.
Well, obviously they preserve the bodies because obviously it is like there, but it's behind like barriers, so no one can actually like go in there.
Yeah, like you can't
touching
physically.
them
Yeah, you can't touch the body.
but,
And
like,
if anyone over a certain age decides, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in,
it's fucking stupid.
It's fucking stupid. Like kids, you can't really blame them because they don't think.
Yeah.
Don't think logically, thinking, oh yeah, this could destroy.
This could destroy this fucking particular thing.
Would you really say an artifact? I mean, not really an artifact, but it's not really like.
Let's just say artifact instead of trying to think of the fucking word for like 5 minutes.
They're not going to think.
Like,
They're not going to think. Oh yeah, I have the logical thing that if I touch this, it's going to destroy the artifact.
Yeah.
So kids, I don't understand. But if you're, like I said, if you're an over a certain age and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to touch these shells of these bodies of people that passed away during the Mount Vesuvius eruption, knowing full well that's going to fucking destroy the remnants, then you're just a straight up fucking idiot.
Yeah. So yeah, to answer your question, Josh, no to like the Egypt, but yes for the like Pompeii thing. But since you're asking Egypt,
it's kind of like what I spoke to you about before when you said about the whole Pompeii thing. It's kind of like in Egypt they were like stopping people from going into certain tombs, or they were stopping people from going into the pyramids to do restoration works, or they were worried that people's breath and the moisture from their breath and all was just like, in a way, it was destroying like hieroglyphics and wall paintings, and not so much wall carvings because it's
it's carved in,
but like wall paintings and stuff, it's destroying it. So they had to like drastically do something to prevent that from happening. And it just so happened to be the thing that Egypt actually relies on the most, which is tourism, and stopping them from going into tombs and stuff is in a way preventing tourists from doing things. But you got to preserve that sort of shit. But to answer the question, yes, I would love to go to Egypt and do some archaeology. I mean, it's pretty box standard as to why, because fascination.
Right. Right. Somewhat touched upon that with the whole game. I was trying to weave that fucking thing in with game shit. Right. So since we've got Google up currently, still, we're gonna start reviewing some old Egyptian.
You're gonna have to do this because I don't know what the fuck you're on about when you put old Egyptian pictures.
Kind of like what we did last time with the space one, with the ancient Egyptian light bulb, talking about that and looking at pictures of that and kind of that sort of thing. Right, share screen. That one. Actually, I'll just share that one. It'll be fucking joke. Hello, there you go. That's what you're on about.
Yeah, well, it's just zoomed in. So many.
You can see the. Hello, Nay.
Hello there.
Right.
So what we?
We're just reviewing. Reviewing old Egyptian pictures. Like, looks like he's gouging his fucking eyes out, but apparently it's ancient Egyptian medicine.
That's a up.
I'm guessing so, but
it's not.
Well, it'd be fucking plausible.
I mean, it is plausible, but he wasn't the only medicine guy there. What do you think? There was only medicine during his time, and then when he died, it's like back to like no medicine.
No, but that's a weird thing as well. Like what they say about fucking, what conspiracy theorists say about fucking aliens and shit, and ancient Egyptians and shit. What I'm on about is like his head. His head is not exactly
elongated incest.
Is that what you're?
That's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm debunking the whole ancient aliens are coming down to Earth and impregnating fucking
Yeah, but I was using aliens
Earthling
as
women.
a fucking as a.
There was incest. There's a lot of
That's a thing.
there was a lot of incest during the times because it's
I
like
better not share that just in case. It's like
he's giving
shaving his fucking
he's giving him
pickles,
a
right?
good old grooming. But there's a lot of fucking incest because a lot of the time the pharaohs thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna shag my sister, or I'm gonna shag my mother,
I'm pretty sure we.
or
fucking,
I'm gonna shag my daughter, and then keep like the royal bloodline pure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we fucking spoke about that before. It's like, oh yeah.
Watch that I get cancelled because like
talking about incest.
yeah.
Mm,
And that's why you see like a lot of elongated skulls.
yeah, like the crystal skull.
I mean, it's not always necessarily down to incest. It's obviously like a biological disorder, would you say?
Either that or just fucking evolution.
Or like a disease type thing, you know? Whereas like, oh yeah, you got elongated features.
Nefertiti. Is it?
Mm-hmm. And that's the bust that you're on about with Hitler.
Yeah.
Hitler.
Hitler.
We said, oh, that's
that's fucking weird.
Nah, it's beautiful, man. I love the smile.
That's just weird.
I found out something the other day. There's like a new. They recently discovered a mummy, like a sarcophagus with a mummy inside, and they were able to use sort of like a 3D scanning type thing to scan inside the sarcophagus type thing, and have a good look at like the mummy, like the skull and the skeleton and shit. And they were able to tell. Yeah, that exact one.
Yeah, I completely fucking forgot. Apparently a mummy of Egyptian pharaoh Amenhotep the First has been digitally unwrapped. Obviously, I screenshotted a fuckload of.
It's amazing how what they can do now. Like, you don't have to necessarily unwrap mummies in order to find out shit now.
Yeah.
So you can still keep them preserved. And it was a well-wrapped mummy.
Yeah.
It was a well-wrapped mummy. Which is nuts.
I'm glad you fucking brought it out. Otherwise, the whole stream I would have fucking forgot about it.
Which, ironically, is that exact one there.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's what made me think of it.
Yeah. I'm guessing you found it on the fucking thing where you slide your phone.
Yeah.
And you have like, a load of fucking
and then obviously
on
Facebook. I'm part of a bunch of like Egyptian groups and stuff. And people were saying about it then.
Yeah.
What happened to the Sphinx's nose?
Where's it at? Or you just
I'm just asking because there's a Sphinx. So it's like, oh, what happened to his nose?
Do they actually know, or just
many believe how it was Belzoni. I think it was Belzoni, or it was the French small fucking general. What's his fucking name?
I don't know.
The famous war general from France. Not Belzoni.
I don't know.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Fuck no, just say the fucking French fucking.
Yeah, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Okay.
I think that's his name. Apparently, his men blew it off. Apparently, but I don't know. I do want to ask you a question, which I have remembered.
The actual question that I know.
The actual question. When archaeologists or Egyptologists discover things, what do you think is more important? Is it the treasure? Or is it the mummies?
Treasure.
Really?
Yep.
You think that's a more important find?
Technically, yeah.
From a professional standpoint.
Well, from a professional standpoint, well, I guess it depends whose fucking mummy it is. Well, I guess there's
And by treasure, I mean like gold and
right.
that sort of stuff.
I
Not
thought you
treasure,
meant
not
like
treasure
like
as in
personal treasure.
yeah, like gold and stuff.
Yeah, but
Like touch treasure.
Yeah, but they can also be like personal treasure, like fucking not particularly like actual treasure, but
Well, that'd be personal belongings.
yeah, but
treasure as in like gold.
Yeah, but some people would consider them like a treasure.
What do you think is more important from a professional standpoint?
From a professional standpoint, now you declared like treasure meaning like gold and all that sort of shit. Obviously, the mummy would be more important and shit.
Incorrect answer.
Well, simply because you can learn a lot more about
you're gonna learn
like the mummy and shit.
You can learn about a lot more, and say you find a specific mummy or whatever, say like fucking Tutankhamun. You could then not so much DNA testing type thing, but you can see if that mummy is related to Tut, or you can see if that mummy is related to another mummy, and if it is, then you can narrow it down to who this mummy is, and you can find out like how they died. You can find out like what type of illnesses they may have had.
Yeah,
you can find out a lot of stuff just based on like a body, which is nuts.
Right, we're gonna go on to, I believe, the last topic. I think.
What was the last topic?
It is actually stated the last topic on the.
Yeah, but what is the last topic?
All right, the last topic is that.
Oh, okay. So
nay, I don't know. I think so. How are we all?
Tired.
Okay, just
hungry.
Wanted to get this stream done quicker. Joe said I would think it would be both because it would show us how.
Is that referred to?
Oh, I'm guessing this
referred
the treasure and shit.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Because obviously it could be.
I mean, it's nice.
Like
it's
actual
nice.
Treasure.
Yeah, it's nice to find treasure like gold and all that sort of stuff.
And like I said, personal treasure, like you can fucking.
But the real decent shit is the mummy, and not so much like gold. That a lot of like people think, oh yeah, this is like cool, this is awesome. It gets them interested.
Yeah.
For that split second, but as a long time thing, as a long time fascination, it's more the mummies and all the non-usual treasures, like a hieroglyphic fucking like vases sort of thing.
Yeah,
like that sort of, in a way, not necessarily treasures, but is a more important thing. And the last topic is where my research goes from here on out.
Yes,
aka me. I generally don't know.
Are there more fucking courses on that?
There is more courses. I think there's like 2 or 3 maybe more courses that I plan on taking, but obviously I need the money in order to do it just yet. But they're not stupidly priced, like, like 30 fucking quid. But that's reduced. I'm definitely going to be doing more courses. I actually want to learn. When I started off learning about ancient Egypt, I specifically focused more on King Tut and his reign. And whenever I see like something about King Tut, where it was like a documentary or some shit, instantly I'd watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, I'd watch anything that was to do with ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
But if it was about King Tut, then it piqued my interest more.
Yeah.
Because there was so much information that we don't know about him because of his short-lived life and his short reign. Like,
Yeah.
we don't like a lot of people think like he was murdered. A lot of people think he died by like war, like
Yeah.
war inflicted injuries type thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that thinks he died by like diseases. There's a lot of people that thinks he just,
Just died.
just died because of certain shit,
Yeah.
like incest type related stuff. And there's just so much that we don't actually know about his reign or his life that I don't think we'll ever know. But think about it now. There's only so much that you can learn about that thing because there's not so much that you know about that shit.
Yeah.
Or there's not so much that you're able to find out about that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm personally going more into it.
Somewhat away from the top.
Yeah. When I was doing my course, there was so much information on that actually piqued my interest. From like different dynasties, like different kings and what the fuck was going on with them.
Yeah.
It's all like piqued my interest. The only one thing that I really don't think will ever change is the fact that I'm interested in how the fuck the pyramids were built.
Yeah.
Because there's so many theories. There's like the straight up ramp. There's the one that goes like sort of like around the pyramid. There's that sort of ramp. We just don't fucking know. I'm definitely gonna be like, I'm gonna be doing more courses, but I want to learn more into like hieroglyphics.
Okay.
I want to be able to not so much to understand them and be able to say, oh yeah, this is
what this says.
This is what that says. This is what this says, because even a professional, a professional who learns about that sort of stuff, it takes them a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Like you can get the basic idea of what certain things are. Like I know when there's a pharaoh's name because the cartouche, which is basically like a little bit of rope wrapped around the name.
Yeah.
So like a protection type thing. And I know that sort of stuff, but I want to delve deeper into that side of ancient Egypt.
I do have another question that's just popped in. If you were to have like Egypt as a profession, like what?
Yes.
Like what fucking? Like what? Like what part of ancient Egypt type of thing would you specialize in?
Are you gonna give me?
Are
you gonna give me like a multiple choice answer?
It could be fucking anything as long as it's actually an actual fucking profession.
Is it learning wise or is it a hands on?
So it doesn't matter as long as it's an actual profession and you haven't like made it up, and it's ancient Egypt, like related.
So specialized into a specialized. Or archaeologist is the ones that goes digging.
Yeah.
So I can't really
like
say.
Hieroglyphics is like another part of.
I can't really say. Oh yeah, I specialize in dig excavations because that is archaeologist. It's not Egyptologist. And you specifically said the Egyptology type thing.
Yeah, it has to be specifically ancient Egypt based.
I mean, if I could tie archaeology into it as well, then yeah, dig excavations. I'd love to go out digging and helping search for potentially the next
big find,
the next massive find like King Tut's tomb. But we're not talking about like archaeology as well, like specifically Egyptology, where it's not like a hands-on. It's more like a mental side of things. Like you're learning and like using your brain rather than using your hands type.
Yeah.
Then again, it's gotta be King Tut. There's so much.
Okay.
But like I said, Think of it. Think of it this way. You know the episode of Big Bang Theory where Sheldon stops going into string theory because there's literally nothing left there.
Yeah.
No, you can't exactly prove it. That shit. And he went off into like
Dark matter.
dark matter. All that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, you know. When you think of like King Tut, you got all that sort of stuff. You got his life. You got his reign. You got all those sort of little things that ties into his what was it, like a 10-year reign that he had, and he died at the age of like 18, 19. So he was a young lad when he died. So there really isn't that much you can learn about him. Where someone like Ramses the Sixth, I think it is, or Ramses the Second, lived until they're like fucking like 60 odd.
Yeah.
And he had like, I think it's like over 100 children. The dude was a busy man.
Well, biological or fucking
Biological, yeah. He was a busy fucking man. So like that, where you got a longer lifespan of someone that you can learn about. You can learn about what they did in their life. You can learn about a specific aspect of like war, like what they did in terms of like going out to war, and or what they did in terms of going out and building monuments and shit like that. Or you could then learn about their sons, their daughters, or their wives, or their other relatives, or their sister slash wife slash daughter slash mother. Incest. Personally, I think it'll be hieroglyphics, because once you in a way mastered the art of learning that sort of thing, that opens up a lot of fucking possibilities of not relearning, but learning more stuff. Because if you learn the way of their writing and what shit says, you could then put that knowledge into looking in tombs and seeing what like the wall paintings and wall carvings are saying. Any little like, I don't know, pottery or some shit that shows up that has a specific hieroglyphic. You know
what the fuck it says.
Yeah. So yeah, it had to be hieroglyphics.
Josh says tomb robber. Lol. But amount of fucking how much shit you would get into if you fucking actually managed to fucking rob a fucking tomb of like fucking King Tut or some shit.
Well, let's just say back in the day, it's supposedly widely believed that if you're caught robbing a tomb, you're basically getting your fucking throat by a sharp knife. Not a sharp knife, a sharp stick. You're basically getting your throat impaled.
So it's a death sentence.
Yeah, you get your hands chopped off. I think you also get your tongue cut out as well. I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, you get death. Which is nuts. I don't want that to happen to me.
Anyway, that was the end.
Nearly 3 hours.
Nearly 3 hours.
Let's make it up to 3 hours, shall we? No, like 2.5 minutes.
Say what you want in the comments, just so we can make it about 3 hours. Then I can start making food.
Yeah.
And then chill out for the night.
And I can play some.
As you can see up there, it is
8:15.
Nearly 8:15. Oh, there you go.
Well, the traps will get you first. Yeah.
Are there actually fucking
no? There's no traps.
Or is that just a game fucking?
That's just a game mechanic.
It would be like the fucking Goonies, where they're looking for fucking
or like when you're
One-Eyed Willie and he's setting a fuckload of traps to protect his treasure and shit.
Yeah. The only thing that trap wise would be in terms of real life would be if you're like in the pyramids or some shit, and you got like a long hallway that leads to nowhere. So like a dead end.
Yeah.
That's like the only form of trap that you'd have. Not like fucking
Indiana Jones
arrows shooting at the wall and fucking big ass boulders just coming down. That's like the only trap that you'd actually have
in like back then
in real life.
Yeah, but what if it doesn't actually lead to
So
nowhere?
fucking
And it's just like fucking there's a secret door.
Hollywood
fucking-
media has deceived you all.
Like a secret door right at the fucking end. Where it actually looked like a wall, but it's fucking like a slide away fucking wall fucking thing. Anyway, I'm just talking shit to make this fucking
I do want to say though, I know I speak a lot of shit. A lot of shit. But at the end of the day, I know what I'm talking about. But there's also if there's something I don't know, then you know you can usually tell by the voice. Or I'll just outright say that I'm not entirely sure. But I don't claim to be this this know-it-all that knows everything about ancient Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to say that just in case anyone gets so fucking pressed. And it's like, oh, you don't know shit. Why the fuck you acting like you know this stuff? Bitch, I fucking spent like fucking like what?
Since 2004, 2005.
Nearly over half of my life. Yeah, because what would it be like? Let's say
Like 16 years.
18 years. 17, 18 years. So yeah, I spent over half of my life learning a lot of this shit. So yeah, I do know my shit.
To an extent. Anyway, that was the stream. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. Next stream that I know of will be
Doctor Who related.
middle of this year.
Doctor Who related.
Yes.
You can't escape from Doctor Who. You poor bastard.
It's a positive stream.
Is it?
Yeah, it will be a positive stream. Yeah, like and subscribe. I guess look forward to the highlights of this stream.
Oh, there's so many good highlights. What was that one?
I don't know.
There's one specific one that's like pretty close to the start of the stream. I was like, oh yeah, that would be a good highlight. Or like, oh yeah, the fucking be back soon.
Be back in a minute when Leland took his shit. Yes, thanks. Like, subscribe.
And tell your mum about me, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.